Greetings, my fellow Illumineers, and we are back at you again with another episode of the ICL on a Wednesday. We're going live with more pulse pounding Lorcana action. We have the Illuminati versus the 20 Lore Pros, and I am not alone. In the booth, in the building today for the pregame show, we have Rascal Adams, and you know him, you love him, the Forbidden Mountain's finest, Mr. Dan. Yo. Good to be back with you again so soon, Dan. And it's nice to meet you in the flesh, Rascal Adams. But talk to me about this matchup. Talk to me about this league. Talk to me about this competition. What do you guys think? We'll start with you, Dan. What do you know about these teams, and what are we gonna have coming up in this round of the ICL?
Well, I don't know anything about the Illuminati because no one's supposed to, right?
Let's
like
go.
that's like the whole point. It's like the whole scheme. We just don't actually know anyone that's in it. But shout out to Gabe and Fred and Stefan. I'm really excited to see this match tonight. They're great guys. I'm looking forward to seeing them this weekend at SSG.
Okay. What about you, Rascal? Any information on these teams for the people who might not know much about the Illuminati or the 20 Lore Pros?
Honestly, I'm not sure about either of them either. I was given very little notice to be here.
Hey,
but
no,
happy to hang out.
no, that's good. No, it's good.
Hey,
well,
I'm not throwing you under the bus.
And we'll find out together. I know the 20 Lore Pros, they have a pretty stellar roster. I'm excited to see who they're going to showcase today. They have a pretty deep.
You gotta love when the casters get into the game, right? That's what we get sometimes at Lore 20 Pro. We get the booth into the dojo field.
I like that. You leave the dojo into the actual dojo. Yeah. That's a very rare occurrence, and it can happen today because I know 20 Lore Pro, they have Clara on their squad. We got Gabe. We got Skinner could be on the squad. Speaking of, starting with 20 Lore Pro in the roster, we have commentator extraordinaire and Lorcana playing enthusiast Clara out here doing her thing back into the rotation. I'm glad to see her out on the field. She's a phenomenal player and also a phenomenal broadcaster. Dan, tell me something about Clara and what we're looking forward to see on from her out here today.
We got Clara, the top 16 DLC Las Vegas, and of course caster for multiple Disney Lorcana tournaments. She was just casting the last 2 weekends for Lore 20 Pro. It's really great stuff. Clara's great, phenomenal. Normally leans to an aggressive mindset. Pretty known for the picture there of the Amber Emerald aggro deck. That's what she was kind of claimed to fame for her. So I'm curious if, hey, do we modify it? Do we get to 7?
We got the. Hey, I would be interested to see some dogs coming in, but I think that can happen. I expect to see an aggressive strategy, or maybe she can mix it up a little bit and get something going with something different. So I'm excited to see what Claire is cooking for this first round of the ICL, or I think it's round number 3 of the ICL. All right. Let's see who else we got coming in here. It appears as if. Okay. That's what's up. Oh, and Sir Ashtown is he's leaving the production dojo, and he's picking up some Lorcana cards, and he's about to get his game on live. I love to see it. Rascal. Let's talk about Sir Ashtown. What do you know about this Illumineer? What is he trying to do, and how are we gonna what are you expecting to see from him today?
Well, truly the only thing I know about Sir Ashtown is generally he is the one who will be posting all of the deck lists after every major tournament. Great content, always pumping it out there. From the notes here, Blurple fanboy, we're about to see a lot of ramp, a lot of card draw. I'm excited.
I love it. I think it's gonna be good, man. I think it's gonna be good. And a huge shout out to Sir Ashtown, all the work he does for the community, he's always like the person that's behind the scene, making these productions go through, all the effort he does for 20 Lore Pro. And I'm glad to see him out here actually in the dojo getting his game on, man. Dan, I know you have a good relationship with Sir Ashtown.
Yeah, truly the brains behind the madness that is going on the last couple weekends, traveling all over the nation, running these tournaments, charge collectibles for world-class cards. This guy does it all. He has a wonderful team, but it's really nice that says he's like, I'm taking a break today. We're putting cards on the table. We're questing, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm down. I think it's gonna be nice. I like to see it. I like to see the 20 Lore Pros getting proving it. Sometimes you got to prove it. Maybe I should find myself in the dojo at some time. I got to get me a team. Okay. I'm excited. Okay, who's their third person? And the third is we got Sauce K is in the building as well. Another 20 Lore Pro, another broadcast. So this might be a broadcaster versus broadcaster showdown today. Production is in between the lines, getting in. Player lore ranked 7 in North America. Legends of Runeterra. That's the wrong game. We're playing Disney Lorcana though, big dog. So hopefully
Go
that can
read
help
the
you
next
out.
line, bro. Read the
And we
next
got
line.
rank 11 world in Gwent. Okay, we need the Lorcana. We're talking Lorcana here, big dog Sauce K. But seriously, I've had a chance to share a little commentary space with Sauce K. He's got a nice depth of knowledge in the game, a lot of high energy, and maybe that could translate in between the lives. We'll throw back to you, Dan. What do you think Sauce K is going to go? You know anything about his
Sadly, I don't know anything about Sasuke, but he does. He's very knowledgeable of the game. I was able to listen to him, talk about and commentate over the last weekend. So yeah, I'm not a big. I don't know. I'm not familiar at all of Sasuke. I literally don't know. So,
I have had.
And then when the player card came out, I was like, oh man, this is why I don't know.
Yeah, I've personally had a few matches. Oh no, you're good. You're good. I have had a few matches against Sasuke myself. I with my team Ink Thieves, we had like a little internal testing, and I know that Sasuke is a phenomenal blue steel player.
Let's go.
He does great work on that deck. Sapphire Steel, sorry. And he beat me 2-0 in our little in-house tournament. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he performs as well today.
Okay, maybe we'll get Sasuke on some Sapphire Steel today, and he can prove his merit. But that is going to be the 20LorePro roster. I think it's a pretty stacked squad, and I think that the Illuminati is going to have their hands filled. But Nassif, chaotic beats from Team Illuminati is going to try to balance the scales a little bit. 3 play mats and a handful of promos. I love the accuracy on that. I like the attitude on this photograph as well. A handful of multiple tops in Pokemon and DBS Masters, best Jafar Will player in the whole new. That is so funny. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That is comedy. That's peak comedy. Maybe we'll get some Jafar Will happening today. Does anyone have any information on Nassif? Chaotic beats. And what do you guys think about Jafar Will? We'll throw it over to you, Dan. What do you think about Jafar Will? Is that playable in this meta? I think it might be.
No.
Dang it, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, like, playable, everything is playable. Good whole other argument to be had. But yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. Let's be honest, we've been seeing a lot of the same recently. So we can bring in some spice, have a little fun, and we get to see, Jafar sing some whole new worlds. I think we'll be pretty excited about it. So, I'm actually hopeful that he brought Jafar Wheel. Like I either it's the best part ever. We get to see it absolutely crush, or we get to see it burn. Either way, we get a show, right?
I'm down. I'm down.
Sure.
How about you, Ras? You play any Jafar Will? What do you know about that strategy? Do you think it's playable? I'll say, can it win?
I think in this set specifically, we do have a lot more tools for it. Now with that Mulan one drop, adding in like that extra like filtering ability, it definitely helps you like get to that combo faster. And even if you're just playing her, like after Jafar is exerted, it's just that little bit of extra lore that you haven't been able to really get otherwise for that cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if there's ever a shot, this is the set to do it.
Let's see. Hopefully they brought it, and they have to update their entire player card if they didn't. But we'll see what Chaotic is doing. I don't know what round they're going to be playing, but that's an Illuminati member that I'm not too familiar with. We've got another one. We got Freddy. Okay, Freddy, I think, is one of their powerhouses of the sale. I think he's one of the strongest players on the team, and he's going to be here probably playing the Amber Steel strategy, the Amber Steel song strategy. He's definitely going to spice it up a little bit. I love that pick. For sure, swiping right, like 100%. You're in there. You got a nice 3/4 smile. You got the dog there. You got the hug. You got the matching jerseys. Absolute will go on a date with Freddie here. Checking out the accomplishments. First, SSG 10K. Seventh, SSG 8K. Multiple set champ winner and DLC Las Vegas judge. Throwing the curveball in there with the judge. Dan, I know you know this player very well. What are some insights you got for Freddie and what he's going to be trying to do tonight?
Freddie's great. Phenomenal Amber Steel player. I spoke to him at Continentals. We had a good conversation. I obviously spoke to him. He won the SSG that I commentated and I was down there for. So great. Honestly, just a great player, well-rounded, and it says multiple set champs winner, but like to my knowledge, it's not. It's like tens. All right, like lots of set champs winners for Freddie in there. So phenomenal Amber Steel player for sure.
Absolutely. I look forward to it. We're gonna see. You got any information on? Do you know about Freddie Rascal, or what do you think about Amber Steel in this meta? I know they got some new tools that they added to the deck. What do you think Freddie's going to show up, or is he going to play something different?
Amber Steel, still a powerhouse of the format. I don't know anything about Freddie specifically, but like there's a lot more like tools for early singers. We got that new Aurora, we got the Troubadour, getting Bianca down a turn sooner than or 2 turns sooner. Actually, she has a cost reduction of 2 with those allies. And then a 5/5 body is just incredibly difficult to deal with. So even that Sisu coil has a real hard time knocking her off the field.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be great. And I hopefully when Freddie hits the arena, he's showing up with a little bit of Amber Steel. But we have Michael Steiner, M. Steiner, Team Illuminati showing up. Player lore, multiple set champs winner, and top 8 placements. I'm sad Gabe didn't get into the lineup. I'm not saying
I'm a little upset that Gabe did not get out of the booth, you know.
I'm trying to see Gabe in here. No offense to Michael Steiner, but I need to see Gabe. I need to see Skinner into this dojo right here. As
Even
I think
Stefan,
Gabe, yeah, give me Stefan. I think are they? I'm gonna throw it to you, Dan. Do you think they're dodging? Do you think
I don't know. They got a busy weekend ahead, right?
Okay,
but I'm here. I'm gonna be there. I'm here. So they could.
You're here. You're gonna be there, and you're here. I think.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, well, you heard it here first. I think Gabe might be dodging a little bit the ICL bright lights. He didn't want to get into the dojo, so he's gonna send Michael Steiner in here. I don't know too much about Michael Steiner, but I love the red. I love the smile. I like the glasses. I think you're gonna be fit to fight, ready to do your thing. I'm not sure what their capabilities are. Maybe that's a part of it. Maybe they're trying to obscure the 20LorePros, and maybe you don't have the information. But I'm noticing you got the red shirt, you got the blue top. I'm thinking he's going to be playing a little bit of Ruby Sapphire. Thoughts?
I mean, someone's got to play it, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, okay.
Ooh.
All right. Cool. So we should be getting this thing underway here very soon. That is the cast of characters. That is the players that are going to be lined up, ready to engage in Lorcana combat. We're doing some technical issues behind the scene. We got a new judge. Shout out to the new judge. Once I get their name, we can broadcast that out to the rest of you guys. And again, thank you all for being here very early for the pregame show, as we should be starting here quite soon. So as we like to do here on the ICL, we'll do a quick little around the horn. We'll make some wild predictions. You don't have to be based on anything but your own gut feelings. We'll start with you, Rascal. How do you think this thing's going to go? Okay. And how do you think it's going to shape up?
So, knowing that we've got on one side both Blurple and the Amber Emerald decks going on the 20LorePro side, very excited. I have not seen a whole lot of Blurple coming out of like this set at all, but I still think that as a powerhouse deck, Amber Emerald is so good, especially if it's that Churnadogs build. Hopefully it's not the discard package. That is one of my least favorite matchups to watch, but that is also just a powerhouse of a deck. Like, it just feels bad to be on that other side, but I mean, it's going to be a good matchup either way. I think based off of the roster they got there and what they like to play on the 20LorePro side, like I'm going to go with them for this round.
Okay, picking the 20LorePro. Okay, let's throw it over to you, Dan. Do you match that energy? Do you think 20LorePro is going to clean up the Illuminati in this all important round number 2 of the ICL?
It wouldn't be much fun if I just agreed with him, right? You know, so I gotta shout out to the Illuminati. These guys are awesome. You know, they come in numbers. You don't know who anybody is. You don't know what they're playing, and that's an advantage, right? Like, these players, they're seeing these player cards, and they're like, they still don't know. You know, like, sometimes you see the player cards, you can go, okay, maybe I know how to mulligan. I know what they're probably on. I know what they play. These guys might not know each other. They might not know what they're into, what they're interested in. So you might have a little bit extra time, you know, to kind of get your footings in those games. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they bring, for sure.
Dan, I'm not letting you off the hook. You got to make a pick.
I'm sorry. I'm picking the Illuminati. I'm sorry.
You're picking the Illuminati. Okay, so Dan's picking the Illuminati. We have Rascal that's picking the 20LorePro. And I'm gonna say this, okay? I'm gonna say who wants the word. I think I want to lean towards 20LorePro, okay, but I just don't know how much they've been in the dojo. They've been traveling the country, doing all these production, all this broadcasting, but I don't know how much chops they've been putting in. And I know that this Illuminati team has been in the weight room training hard for this. I know they've been prepared. I know Skinner. I know Gabe. They're going to make sure this team is locked in, laser focused, ready to get it in. So I am going to put my bets on the Illuminati. It's going to come in and take down the 20LorePro. They're going to do it in 3. Okay, they're going to do 2-1. 2-1 victory. and that's how it's going to be. That's my pick today. Again, taking nothing away from 20LorePros. You know what I'm saying? I know they got what it takes, but I think that the Illuminati is going to seal the deal here tonight. So make sure you guys stay tuned and keep it locked as we're about to get this bad boy started here very, very soon. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I think if we get Sapphire Amethyst tonight, if we get Amethyst Steel Wheel with Jafar, like if we get those decks tonight, it's gonna be some exciting matches for everyone to watch. So at the very least, I'm hopeful that we get some really cool decks tonight.
I'm down.
Man,
I'm down.
I'm the only one not in a blazer. I'm the only one voting for 20 lore here. I'm just the odd one out altogether. What's going on?
But hey, that's the way it goes. This is your first time into the dojo. Okay,
hey.
You're doing great, Rascal. I'm letting you know that right now. A lot of people, they come into the dojo, they get under these bright lights, and they can't get through it because you got no prep time. There's no warm ups. You just get tossed right into the octagon, and you got to figure it out. And you're doing a phenomenal job. So blazer not required. But if you ever step back into the dojo again and you're not in formal attire, you're getting booted right out of here. This is your one warning. Okay,
you got it, boss. I got you. I'll make sure to do my hair so I don't have to wear a hat next time too.
Perfect.
I got off work 20 minutes before I got here.
That's absolutely. Everybody gets one. All right. So, all right. So we got about another minute until we're about to wrap this thing up and get it started. So I just want to kind of run around one more time, and we can kind of talk about your quick summary. I know I had a 3-hour conversation with Dan. We can do another 3 hours right now, but I want to hear Rascal. What are you playing, Rascal? What cards? I mean, what deck strategies and what deck types are you playing in this set 7? And what do you think? And why is it Sapphire?
Well, okay. So I am playing Sapphire Ruby, but I have been playing Sapphire Ruby since set 2. I'm not jumping on just because it is the best deck in the format.
He's jumping on because it has been the best deck in the format.
Hey, I was on it like well before we ever got Dime. Thank you very much. But how can you look at Coil and choose any other deck right now? Like, that card is so good, and I've always just been a big fan of being able to ramp into these big dragons. Like, that has always been my preferred play style, is just blowing things up turn after turn after turn after turn.
Okay, and the rich definitely got richer in this set, you, Rascal, are a part of the problem. Okay, I'm gonna throw that over. No, I'm kidding. It's the best deck. You got to do what you got to do. But I did just confirm. Okay, I got some information correctly. Skinner is not on the Illuminati. I thought Skinner was a card carrying Illuminati member, and I was incorrect. He is a lone wolf. So Gabe, you might get out there and get your recruit on and get his get your game on. But it's about to start. It is about that time. And coming to the stage live, it is going to be none other. You know him. You love him. To start off round number 1, again, thank you to my round 1 pregame co-host. We got Dan, we got Rascal. You'll see more of me and Rascal a little bit later. Coming to the stage, we have none other than the host of the show, the owner of the sale. You know him. You love him. Luke Wonderland.
Let's go.
And me. I didn't get an intro, but that's okay.
And Katie.
That's okay.
And Katie.
I'm here. You're like, it's Luke. Oh, yeah, and Katie's here. Anyway, so we're here.
And Katie this way. The Katie.
It's okay. We do our best, the best we can. We're all excited, and it looks like both our players are ready to go. And is it Wesley versus Clara? Because that would be kind of crazy.
Oh, no.
That would be crazy. No. A team, a saboteur, a person switching sides. But it looks like we do have our Clara on side 20LorePro and Nasif, Chaotic Beats, which I like saying way more. Chaotic Beats is a little exciting.
Well, it's only going to be Nasif Khan because sadly it all won't fit.
Therapeutic Beats. Maybe that fit. Okay, Nasif. All right, that's cool too.
Well, I figured we'd give him his name first, and then.
Okay. All right, I like it. We all have our cool formal name, our government name, and our cool name. And sorry, you don't get your cool gamer name today, Nasif. I'm gonna talk to you like your mother, and you better play well. But we're already off to a good start here. Clara is known for some pretty fun aggro builds, so I'm gonna guess that's probably where we're going with this.
as a control player, I don't know if I would say Daisy Duck is fun. I mean,
Oh.
putting my good cards at the bottom of my deck while like I'm inking visions and not doing anything. Nassif is probably in the same thing. He's just like, what is this duck? I don't like it. You keep that lore and get it out of here.
Well, maybe she's gonna give you a free TPO. Wouldn't that be nice of Daisy? We'll see what she does.
Maybe.
Daisy is known for, she giveth, she taketh. We'll see what she does in this scenario, but I'm excited to see how fast this board. Whoopsie.
See what I say? Putting all the good cards on the bottom of the deck.
Brawl is not good. It's not a song. You can't sing it. Put it to the bottom. When are you going to have time to play that? That's what I always say.
In 2 turns. While Daisy's at what? 1,000 lore? something
Daisy
like
will be like, hey, I don't need anybody to stop me here. Brawl, get out of here. I fear nothing. So let me see here.
Ooh, what do we got in the hand? Oh, well, already had the TPO. Didn't need it. Had the Brawl too. But, double trouble on targets for the Ursula. Do you take the B prep here to just get rid of it? Or do you take the how far to prevent the ramp? And, well, we know what Clara wanted to do. Stall.
Just say what you got. What you got in there? And that's can be good, like I sometimes you get to panic, and it's good to start that early with the Ursula. Is even if you don't get a song, at least, how far ago? It's a song.
It is indeed.
It's not the scariest one. It is one of the songs I see, and I'm like, all right, you do what you need to do over there. But other songs, it's on site.
On site.
Yes. And there's Tipo. You know him, you love him, and by you know him, not JDZ. JDZ has big beef with that little boy, but you got to start ramping, and he's on the warpath here.
I mean, luckily for Clara, there's not really anything that Tipo can do to interact against her. Whereas in, like, sometimes you're sitting there with merfolk who happen to be cursed, and Tipo can just, like, eat them up. But not now. We've got some big willpower over there.
Yeah. The big boy. Big willpower. Yeah. They're all they got weenie arms, but they're strong. Tipo, all of them are just gonna slap fight. That's what I imagine when there's ones on the board, is they just slap fight each other, and it's not very impressive, but they're gonna do their best.
She's using all of her strength to hold up that giant teddy bear. She doesn't really have much to duel. She has to hold the teddy bear while slapping away the opposition.
Yeah. And I mean, as people have been in this position. You win a teddy bear, you're excited, then you're like, what am I going to do with it? It's a weapon. You throw it. And we'll see if that goes. But we're going to see a 0 to hero, which you don't see super often. That's not a card. But it does let you reduce the price, I believe, by how many characters are in play, which is added with that tramp that also has a cost reduction effect.
Claire's got that dog in her. She's playing Chernodogs, it looks like. I'm just assuming there's Chernodogs in here. I could be wrong. But if I see Tramp,
they go together.
I see 0 to hero, I think we got some shenanigans going on. I wonder if BBB is in here. Bippity boppity boo. I kept trying to think of other words. It's like Venomous Blast is not
Better
a Lorcana card.
Bibbity.
Yes.
So now it's trigger time. Number 1, Get out of here.
Looks like we discarded a Pluto, a Go-Go, and a Clarabelle 1. So our Chernobog count right now is at 7. It costs 7 to play.
Yeah, and that's such a fun little...
She didn't ink.
Oh, well, you don't need to... Where she's going, she doesn't need ink.
Maybe.
You'd probably do. Ink is nice, especially because she's up against a deck that's suddenly going to look like they are the ink bourgeoisie. Inking a coil here, probably telegraphing that I'm not afraid. I don't need coil here. Or they have a second one. But looking right now, coil, not super important against what these little weenie arms.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. It's just, what are you going to do? Shrink something to -1? Yeah, that matters. Then this right here's kind of the downside to the tramp. While you can kind of sneak it in, it still gets brawled. We knew the brawl was there, and so we still kind of got 2 for 1. Hopefully the filtering gave her what she needs. I'm kind of interested to see what she does outside of triple 1-drop, and even then, like, Nassif is 4 turns away, maybe less, because it's a ramp, from playing Sisu, and 3 turns from B-Prep. And she's only at 4.
And that's one of the things that's kind of stressful of playing this Chernodog's deck is you're trying to feed Chernobog or now I'm like Chernobog. Yes. So you're trying to feed him with his Chernobog kibble. But it's kind of, free Hiram. That hurts. But you want to feed the Chernobog, but at the same time, that means that you're either losing characters, in this case, what happened? Whoa, no.
She just didn't play anything. She didn't ink last turn, and she's not playing anything this turn. Wait, did she not ink last turn, or...
She didn't ink last turn, and she didn't play anything this turn.
Was Nassif on the play?
I think she was on the play, because I feel like she slapped down a Daisy first.
Okay, so then she definitely missed an ink. She inked that turn.
Yes. She didn't ink last turn.
What did she keep?
I bet she's got two. So here's the thing. So when you play this deck, sometimes you got too much Cherna, not enough dog. And that could be what she's in, because if you got 2 Chernabogs...
Should discard them, right?
Well, but maybe... Okay. Chernobog. I don't know. I think this tells me she has at least 1 in hand, because you don't play a lot of really expensive cards, but if you can't ink and you have something that costs 4, then this is what it is right now, which is not good because, well, she still has 5 on board, so it's not the worst thing that's ever happened, but it's still stressful.
Yeah, it's if she had been able to play another threat this turn, I'd be much happier with her position.
Yes.
But if Nassif doesn't do anything too relevant, like I guess now Tipo gets to jump in with Grandma and take out a Daisy. So she only gets to go to 14. If she had been able to get to 16 by playing another character, like a 2-lore threat, she would be able to win before a B prep comes out if she had some tricks. Like if there wasn't a Maui or something of the sort, she might be able to sneak it through. Hopefully for her, she's got an Ursula 2 saved in her pocket.
Yeah, and I'm interested. She finally got a chance to ink, and we're going to get the bonus... But it's only 1 card this time because you get to draw and discard as many cards as you have in your hand, correct? Or is that many characters you have to play? No.
You draw and discard the amount of other characters.
Then that means we might see a Cherna. I can't keep calling it a Chernodog. He's a Chernobog. But then, I don't know, it's scary because you want to get it out so early that they can't or don't want to be prepped. But right now, if he had that in hand, but that's the kind of $1 million question is, are you running to be prepared? I feel like after this weekend, a lot of people are like, okay, we need 1 or 2 in our deck. But we'll see what she's able to fire off here now that she's kind of feeding her discard pile, making what I like to call Chernobog kibble.
Yeah, the interesting thing is she only has 1 card in hand, so I don't even know if I'd want the bog.
I know, because
the B prep is just right around the corner.
And you can't rebuild that. This is not a deck that you ever want to be playing 1 character at a time. It is brutal and painful. It's emotionally devastating to be against any Ruby deck, especially one like this that has so much ink and so much removal. All right, so we sell 1 card.
If both of these take down, we're going to 14. A Daisy goes away, and then if there's no other removal or anything, we can go to 19. And then B prep happens, and then Sisu happens. And then probably another Sisu happens. So I'm interested to see if Clara is gonna be able to get the last few points. And it's kind of crazy to see how much lore she was able to gain just off of 2 Daisies, while even skipping an ink and a threat.
Yeah, and seeing this, how far I'll go is not boding well. Well, it's boding quite well for Clara as far as that whole fear of having everything taken away from her. So that's a good sign for her. Or not. How far I'll go. Nope. Sail the Azurite Sea. So we'll get to see some inking here, but it does make me think that she will have at least something left on board. And I feel like she has to have a Chernobog in that hand. Chernobog in the hand, because seeing her discard that Rapunzel, which, gosh, getting to go into that Grandma. Yeah, because going into that Grandma Tala, getting to draw 3 cards when you have 1 card in hand, you must really, really like that 1 card.
Honestly, I hope for Claire's sake that it's not an Ursula too, because it doesn't do anything. Because Nassif ramped, and we know he has a Sisu. Unless he could have put the Sisu in his inkwell off the Tipo, I mean, maybe
Yeah,
it's a possibility.
he's very demure with it. He's like, I don't want to tell. This is
Right.
who needs Sisu for a late game against an aggro deck? Not me. Oh, that hurts.
That's. I don't
Now,
know if I actually think that's that much better than challenging the Daisy.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have Lorthel on board right now, as she did just moments ago. So it is, I guess, if it's all he has.
It's possible that he inked the B prep with the TPO because the how far was grabbed. It was kind of a sign that Clara might have had another B prepared.
Or another Ursula?
Ursula too. So he might have been like, well, I'll hide it and then get him on it. Oh man, she just had another Rapunzel. She's like, I don't care. You can sweep all you want. I'm drawing 3 cards.
Yeah, so that feels quite good to get some cards because she definitely not fun if she does get her board right, but she doesn't get there this turn, which she won't be able to. She will need to refill this board.
And one issue with drawing those 3 cards was she did have to give up 2 lore. So she's only at 17 instead of 19, which, while is not much, it means that once the board wipes start happening every turn, she cannot just throw Lorthel in play without some sort of shenanigans. Yeah, imagine if she had the bodyguard there to gain 1 extra lore. Instead of drawing cards, just be like, bodyguard, pump, swing in, win the game. Like, what?
Yep, and there starts the pain party. Sisu just comes down and says, be prepared, but for you, not for me. Yeah. And if there's a shark too, then it's going to be really hard because that pirate's life, he can't play a shark this turn, but it's just there's so many ways that Nassif's deck can make Clara suffer, and we're going to see if he's going to do that. Although she does have some cards. Oh, yep, that's one way. That's a one way to do it right there.
This just hurts. I'm not even playing, and like I feel like I just got shivved, just got hit by a little pirate blade.
And that's how these 2 decks go, right? They talk about going under and going over. If you're playing this deck, you gotta go fast. And I think missing that ink and missing playing a turn, something that Quest for 2 or Quest for anything, was a huge difference maker in this matchup. Because at this point, it's almost too late to come back. I don't think there's a way once you start feeling that crush of this deck.
Yeah, his hand would have to just be all blanks, but we're pretty sure there's a B prep in there or something else. Well, there's the big bog. All right, we're like dragon, like Maleficent Dragon or Be Prepared. Do you have it?
Yeah, because
it's not Lorthel, I guess.
No, but if that bog turns sideways, we know he's already inked a coil. It's interesting. Well, he's got enough cards in his hand where he's not too. He has a few options at this point.
He has enough in play to take it down, right? So, like, worst case scenario, Sisu and Grammatala and Tipo, they team up and they take down the demon, Chernabog.
Yeah,
taken down by an old lady, her grandson, and a dragon.
Yeah, I don't think it's just someone's. Maybe she's like, they're all my grandson. Come here, Sonny.
Oh wait, that's not actually her grandson. You're right.
No, that is
different movies.
Yeah,
different movies.
One's in Peru. The other one's
she's a grandma. Yeah,
she's everyone's grandma. She's like, come on in, have some cookies. I'm grandma. So yeah, so Pluto's kind of fun. Pluto is like a lantern on a body, like not a great lantern. He's like a soft lantern on a body. But we'll see if she's able to. She can't really take advantage of him this turn, and we don't know if he's gonna be around next turn. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Can she snag up winning game 1 here off of a Chernabog and a Pluto? If she can play, yeah.
Now, somebody did mention in the chat.
Same turn? So this is Lorthel.
Yeah,
if there's
it is.
Nothing.
But, there's lots of answers he could have at this point. He could play another Sisu. And that would be not enough for Chernabog.
It would be very rude.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that play, but they do it. They do it sometimes. So in this case, here we go. Let's start.
Oh, we're just drawing cards. We're not even shrinking something. We don't care.
Yeah, because notably that Sisu could sing Be Prepared, which, feels good because now Clara only has 2 cards in hand. But we'll see. The fact that he's still digging for cards makes me think he does not have a Be Prepared, nor does he really want to play a Be Prepared. Because if he can keep his board, that would be a lot nicer. Than
I think he's just like, hey, I have a Flaversham here. I'm gonna draw the cards before I beat prep.
Smart.
And maybe I'll draw another Sisu and I can shift it and then quest and maybe wait a turn. But most likely, it looks like we're either singing another Pirate's Life or we're questing.
Yeah, the infinite Pirate's Life jutsu is one you don't see all the time. Usually you have to use a shark to get it back, but he's like, nah, I'll just keep paying it right off the top. And in this case, oh gosh. Okay, you hate to see it, but probably not if you are on Nasif's side, because he gets to, he has a nice clutch of cards in his hand versus Clara, who has 2 cards. And this one, yeah, so he's already starting his engine right back up.
A fair and reasonable Sapphire card.
Yeah, I mean, how much more fun is it for 6? You get 2 cards, and then you can maybe ink one and then draw a card. That is totally reasonable, and it feels good to watch happen. I mean, he did all of that without really even breaking a sweat, because he was able to do all of that, sing some songs, do some stuff, card draw from some cards, and Clara's like, I have 3 cards in a dream. But let's hope they're 3 really good ones. Okay, that hurts. It hurts to have a Rapunzel, but that is she's vulnerable. That is a 1/5, and she paid 4.
Yeah.
That is not.
I mean,
doesn't feel good.
The problem is all of Nasif's cards either draw cards or they answer cards.
Exactly.
So his stumble is drawing cards into more card draw and not being able to play them all, and then losing before he can play them all. But she has to gain 7 lore, and it is not happening.
No, and I mean, and it's kind of like a slow, painful situation against these decks, because
not too slow.
Yeah, we see Sisu come in, we see Shark, so now you've got 3 things that are terrible in their own ways. You have a Shark, which he doesn't have anything to eat right now, but he's still there menacing. You have this crab that's going to play items for free, and then you have a Sisu that can turn into a bigger, meaner Sisu at any moment. So it's not fun looking at that board. And we know that Clara, unfortunately, has no board wipes. It's just not something you have in your deck. You're supposed to go fast and hope that this doesn't happen.
Yeah, basically, it's like Emerald, Amber, their answers, the few targeted removal they have, that just tends to target like World's Greatest or You're Welcome. It has a lot of drawback to it.
Yeah, and it's hard looking at Clara's list right now, because she did have things teched in this deck to do some things like, that burst of lore gain. She has things that are designed to go. I mean, she had 2 daisies, and they did a ton of work, but I think the daisies could have used some support, and I'm hoping in this next game, her getting to go first, I believe she went first in the first game, and she'll go first now, that she'll be able to get some of these more fun cards, some of these card draw engines, these, some of the things Emerald is known for. She'll be able to actually fire it off. Versus in this one, she really never got to do anything super fun other than just Daisy forever and 1 Chernabog that didn't have a very long time on this board.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it how many times. It's just like she really needed that turn 3 play, or that ink on turn 3 and that turn 4 play. Like, imagine if she had inked on that turn 3 and played a 1-drop.
Yeah. And it's
like the game is just hers.
Man, if this game would have been different, I would have liked it so much. That's how I feel whenever I play aggro.
It is how it goes, right? Like, you beat someone and they're just like, if I had these 5 cards, I would have beaten you, Yugi. And it's just like, whoa, you realize then I could have had 5 different cards.
Next time, Inspector
It's in these scenarios where you just see the player literally do nothing. Well, it's like, yes, if they actually did anything, maybe that would have been enough. With the start that they did have is a little bit different, but still kind of similar.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because both these, her camera's doing some fun things where it's like magic, where you don't see her and then she's like phasing in.
Right.
But both these decks take a special kind of person. Clara's deck is you have to be a person that is okay with the fact that if by turn 5 you're not winning, you're probably not going to win. And then Asif has to be okay with the fact that he's going to feel like he's losing, and then he just has to be patient and get the win back. And they're kind of both hoping that the other one fails at the plan. But one has a pretty heavy inevitability when the other one is just kind of, I don't know, it kind of feels like you're gambling. And when it works, it feels so good. But when it doesn't, you kind of sit there going, I don't know, I play Pluto and pass.
Yeah. I guess I play Pluto and pass.
I know it feels bad when you're to that point because I mean some of these decks have these little guys that are cute when they're paired with something else, but you know if you play like we saw there, I mean if you play a Nala on turn 7 and she's just sitting out there like what do I do and you're like I don't know, survive, good luck. It's really bad out there. You don't even need to be coiled. They just look at you and you're banished.
Don't play aggro.
Oh well, yeah.
I mean that's the problem. Like if aggro decks had the draw, the removal that the other decks had, then they might be some of the best decks in the format, i.e. Steel Song. It is an aggressive deck when it needs to be. It plays removal when it needs to be, and it plays card advantage. And that's why I played it all of set 1. It could do anything you needed to. You could pick the role you needed to play based on what round you're in. You were able to choose and know when to be the beatdown. And some decks, like Clara's, she can't do that. Like, she can't be like, I'm the control deck. How is she, like, oh, she has a kit. She can kit. She does have some card draw. I think we just saw her ink Surfer Stitch.
Surfer. Yeah. She has, Surfer Stitch, which he's so hard to get going. He could be a really rough one. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and see him say, I don't need this coil. I know what you got here. And just start the items here. Now, this item, notably, is not super fun. It's for card draw, but Vitalosphere can be super great, especially knowing that she's playing little critters that he would love to send Grandma into.
Yeah, it is a staple with Shark. And then if there's locations that get you down, it's also kind of needed to be able to push through. When Castle was very big, you needed it to allow Maui to be able to take down a castle in one hit. It has its moments, but it's kind of only a 1 or 2 of most of the time. If only there was some legendary crab that returned items to your hand so you could use it over and over again.
Yeah, with the crab, you're never really done with your item. You're just saving it for later. So we're seeing Clara be like, that's what I imagine. Whenever I make that sound, it's just that's what I'm imagining I'm making when I'm like, I don't know, I'm scared. Because it's not the explosive start. You want to see Lilos and you want to see Daisies. So now it's kind of, what do? You
need 2 lore threats.
Yeah, and not Donald, that's a dog named Pluto. Pluto can help reduce the cost. So in theory, she could play a Daisy for free and then 2 other cards. But I don't know what she's...
So, like a Prince Philip or Charming would be okay. Just playing a 2 lore threat and questing with the Pluto would be pretty good.
All right, so this is bad. This is a series of bad things.
I think you take Pirate's Life here.
Yeah.
There's only 2 Inkables in Nassif's hand. I think he might regret playing that Vitalosphere with no Flaversham.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Vitalosphere is Inkable, right?
Yep, Vitalosphere is Inkable. So, I mean, now at this point, he has to ink Hideaway, which doesn't hurt too bad.
Yeah.
At least that's one.
Not for this matchup.
But still, that's still going to be a couple stressful turns.
I wonder if he was planning on Hideawaying his Vitalosphere next turn as a form of ramp to try to get to 4. But still, even then, that's a little scary.
It is. Yeah, and I mean, you saw, I mean, obviously you want something like a popsicle early, something like that.
Aggro.
We're going aggro. She's going
more
turbo.
Dogs.
Yeah, more dogs, but not the greatest dogs. This is the B team of aggro cards. These are not the aggro cards when you send out your aggro cards, unfortunately.
We drink.
But it was free.
The Hideaway. Now the problem with this play, we do have the How Far I'll Go, I guess. Never mind. We still have the How Far I'll Go. So this way, we get to play How Far I'll Go on turn 3, and we're still kind of like we're not getting punished for that, and Claire is getting slightly punished that he was able to draw an Inkable, which is fair. He, with that many amount of uninkables in hand, he was more likely to draw an Inkable there.
And it's hard too, because I mean, looking at Clara's side, I mean, she is on turn 3 of an aggro deck, and she has 0 lore on board, which is suboptimal.
She plays Surfer Stitch this turn.
Get out here, Surfer Stitch.
It's just a 0 to hero.
Yeah. In no time flat. Because yeah, 0 to hero, that one is a set 2 card. So it's count the number of characters you have in play. You play that amount less for the next character you play that turn. So it would maybe next turn. Maybe next turn. I don't think the math is there.
No, it's there. She has 2 Plutos. So she can make her thing.
Okay.
She didn't even need to ink to do it.
Well, what if Daisy? What about Daisy instead? It's the best I can do for you.
Well, no, she doesn't need to use the Pluto. I think she has it. No, just a churn dog. Just a dog.
Just a tramp to feed that bog. Can I feed that bog? Is what's going on here.
Can I draw those cards?
Can I draw some cards? So she's gonna draw some cards. She's gonna get rid of some cards. She has notably 2 cards in hand, so kind of it's fun to kind of reshape your hand. It kind of gives you a chance to do like a mid-game mulligan, but only get to keep 2 cards, which is a little not fun on that front.
It's a lot of stuff in play. She's got 7 lore in play. That's 3 turns. He has ramped. He's gonna ramp up to 5 most likely if he draws an ink. Is she gonna quest with her? There we go.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to start doing something here because we're entering, he's not having the best start either, but
I mean, her start's not bad. She didn't start with the turn 1 Daisy, but the turn or 2 she took off, she's trying to make up here. So I guess we know there's double Sisu.
Yeah, so it's going to be hard because all the cool stuff she has, notably probably I don't know. In this case, I'm assuming he's going for the Daisy, but it could be a Pluto.
What if he didn't draw an ink, but the uninkable he drew was Sisu? Like the big Sisu.
That's what you get for being greedy and trying to
just throw that hand down. Where's my ink? Clara getting rewarded for taking the pirate's life.
Yeah, that feels good. So 1 Pluto down, which is good because that Pluto is, like I said, it's kind of that cost reduction, changes the math, like you said, where suddenly things like Surfer Stitch or Daisy,
Clara
that was really nice. She said, "I'll give you this as a treat."
It's like, you want
I'm gonna feed that bog again.
Feed that bog.
I gotta get some bog kibble. He's a big grown boy.
I just realized Nassif took out a Pluto and not the Daisy.
Yes. Which is maybe because he wants some card draw. He's like, I need ink and I will let you go to lore because just let me draw 1 more card, please. At least that's my thought process. If he is truly still in a world of no ink, then it's not the worst thing to let her go 1 more time, especially knowing he has a second Sisu right behind it.
Is a bog coming down right now? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a world that this Pluto comes. Nope, just questing. But we're at 8 with 10 lore or 8 more lore in play. This is still a 2-turn clock.
And he has not ramped. So, we are worlds away from a be prepared. Now, we do have a little Sisu on board and she has a sister. So that is a problem.
Yeah, he has to ink the Flaversham. How far I'll go. Hit the Sisu. Hope Claire doesn't giggle to herself and play Cloud Kicker and win the game. But that is his path to victory in my mind. I don't really see a way that he's likely clawing his way out of this outside of that. Because he can put 1 damage on Pluto.
Yeah, so... Yeah, this is Clara. Yeah, I think she is giggling a little bit. She's doing the light Yagame of, no, not yet. I have to wait. That's what I do when I'm just like, don't get excited.
It's worth noting he quested for 1. He's acknowledged that he only wins with his shift Sisu. I think at that, not putting the 1 damage on the Pluto with your evasive to me means he's got the Sisu. He's like, am I going to draw the ink?
Oh my gosh.
Play the Sisu?
She's making a buffet for that dog. So at this point, she can play a Chernobog and have some left over for the next one if she so chooses. But I don't know if we'll see that turn because.
But we know that Nassif also has the B prep.
Yeah.
So if she plays Chernobog here, he can sing B prep. He can shift Sisu, sing it to wipe the board.
Uh-oh.
Which is
Phil just
still
said I
maybe
can't do
good.
something. What did I do that I said I can't do? Oh, okay, sorry. I thought Chernabog puts so Chernabog puts your entire discard pile. I thought it was like just pay 10.
Just the characters. Just
okay.
the characters.
Okay, just your characters. So
not 10
notably
characters, but all characters.
Okay. And notably she only has just the 0 to hero, which she has not played this game. So it would be her entire discard in this case. I got the judge call from the chat. That was scary.
So noticeably no Chernabog here. Maybe she's saving it for the post Sisu, but she does. Maybe she forgot about the B prep.
So here we go. So finally he's like, thank you. I've been waiting all day.
He's got that dragon in him.
Yeah. Now the part that's kind of, I mean, now for sure she's got enough to play that bog. You don't even need to use ink. It's for free. But she is at 16. So Nassif has stopped the momentum, but the war is not over, especially because she just needs to fill the board a couple times. But I think she only has, he's really rubbing the salt in the wound there.
These pirates, I mean, he's playing at least 3. I mean, maybe he's playing in a crazy world with 4.
He seems to like it. It seems like it's his favorite card, but maybe it's just because we've seen 3 last game and 2 so far this game. All right, so Yzma lets you filter a bit, which doesn't make me believe she has exactly what she wants right now, because she will go ahead and get rid of that Cricky, and what is she going to do with the last bit here? Can I play that bog? I'm just going to keep doing that. I'm having too fun with it. Too much fun. Can I play a bog? Yeah, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world to play this deck and just feel that gas run out. And there's that Nala. I feel so bad because earlier I was like, it feels so silly to play a Nala on turn 6. And she's like, yeah, it does feel silly. I don't like it. So that feels not super good, but see him doing a visions here to dig for even more things, some more buffet of answers. She only has 2 on board, but he gets to decide what kind of path does he want to go. It's kind of the world is his oyster right now.
Yeah.
And he says, while I'm here, let me see through that little Nala doing nothing. Doing nothing for
that
what?
Poor kitty cat.
Yeah, she's just.
Nassif's like, that is not a dog. Get it out of this deck right now. This is not Churnicats. It's Churnidogs.
I said, get that Churnidog. Give me a Churna or get me a dog, or Yzma. Yzma can stay because why not?
I mean, she turns into a cat as well,
she does.
So she can't be on. She's got to be on the short list, but she's in human form at the moment, so maybe she can stay. I mean, be kind of hypocritical for human Sisu to get rid of human Yzma, right? Like,
it would be. I mean, honestly, at this point, all of it feels out of pocket. It's so frustrating, and that's why I think this matchup. When I saw it, I went, "Oh no," because it is a race, and it's not a race in your favor, especially in the world of these CC daring visitors. That for a while, not every deck was running it, but now that Coil's here, you got CC daring. They're daring to do a lot, and it's just a really scary matchup because you're like, I gotta go. And she did so well those first 3 turns, getting to play things for free, but now she's sitting with 1 card in hand, and Nassif's just like, I'll do this, I'll do that.
I'll do everything.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's the joy of being with 1 card in hand against a Sapphire deck, as you're watching him draw 30 cards, ink 20 cards, play 30 more. And you're like, can you end my suffering? Is there a card that just says, I did it? But no, you have to play it out, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, this is just those torturous moments where you're going to lose 95% of these games, 98% of these games. You get to a high lore amount, and they have 1,000 cards, and they answer every card you play. But that 5%, maybe 10% of the games you play, they're not going to have it. And somehow you're able to just go character, quest. Like, they might just have a bunch of Mauis,
Now,
or something, or crabs, but not be able to like draw or win in time for you to just turn something sideways a couple of times in a row.
so now we have to shift into 5 lore Floodborn Yzma. We'll see if she can do that.
Yeah. Powerhouse.
But Yzma's
One
like
shift cost, quest for 5. If you don't win the game by the end of the turn, you lose the game.
exactly.
Which
I always
is
feel
kind of
like
an
when you're the
Yzma
one
thing.
when you're one character standing across the board like that, I always feel like when his turn's over, you're like, I'm alive? How am I still alive?
It's like, what's going on? I thought for sure the game would be over, right?
Yes, as JDZ said in the chat, Clara needs to be prepared right now. Which I think if she reaches through the computer screen, like the girl, why? How? Okay, I need to tell you. There's only 3 pirates' life, and this man has a little pirate's. He's like, it's a pirate's life for me, and
Yeah.
that is beautiful. He's like, listen, I have 3 pirates' life. I'd like to show you them each game. It's great. I love it. And then why not? While he's here,
He's trying
he'll
to
just keep
convert
doing
her
stuff.
to a pirate's life. He's like, look,
Yeah.
this is how good it could be.
It could be a
You
pirate's life for
too
us.
could steal lore. Yeah, it could be pirate's life for us.
But you're over there doing dog stuff. No one's heard of a pirate dog. Okay. Well,
Maybe.
I
I
don't
can't
like to
think
say-
of one off the top of my head, though.
well, there's the dog on Pirates of the Caribbean, which is like there, but he's
There's
notably
no rules
anti-pirate.
that dogs can't play basketball, Katie. There's
I
no
know.
rules that dogs can't be pirates.
I know. I had to explain. I made that joke to my husband. I had to explain the entire plot of Air Bud, and it wasn't fun by the end of it. I was like, I don't know. This joke wasn't.
I feel like he trolled you there. Like, there's no way he's never randomly.
There's
heard
not
of
a
Air
rule
Bud.
that you can't have a dog in the Disney Lorcana challenge.
Is
Well,
Air Bud
gosh.
randomly a Disney movie?
I don't know. I don't think it is. I think it was one of those movies that just appeared at Blockbuster and we all rented it. I'm not sure it's Disney.
That and Homeward Bound.
Yes. Homeward Bound, notably, the dog's mouths don't move when they talk, which I did not. Wow. He's like, listen. I'm going to stop you here. Listen, I got everything awful. And I think she says,
I'm so confused. Was that the game?
yeah, because I think
Okay,
she's like,
alright.
I don't have anything good in hand. He's like, well, I've got everything good in hand. Especially
That
because
just makes so much more sense.
yeah, it wasn't just him being like, you want to see all this cool stuff I got? He's like, you don't play Diablo. I'll show you my cards for free. So that was
All right,
rough.
you want to
But
swap over to Discord?
absolutely. And then
Hard
gently be
to
like,
kind of recover that card advantage.
Oh no, I'm talking about the Clarabelle.
Oh yeah.
Clarabelle stage. So yeah, I was not able to reliably set up the ramp to get to that to those cards, so it hit me really hard.
I appreciate you guys starting the post-game interview. You're like, we don't need you. We'll do it ourselves. And I thought that was really very professional of you. But no, that was quite the game. I mean, you're already talking about, I was like, Clara's got all these cool cards in her deck and she's not getting to them. So Clara, what was that second game like for you? I mean, you did some pretty cool stuff. You're doing some Pluto math and I loved it. But what were you dealing with on your side?
Well, yeah, the goal of the deck is to get as fast as possible to one of your island cards, either Stitch, Surfer, or Clarabelle. I've seen none of them, well, at the right moment.
Yes.
But you inked one, but yes.
Yeah, I saw it. And then I inked it.
We saw it. Don't you lie to me, Claire.
Yeah, game one.
Yeah.
But yeah, the setup can be quite challenging, and you gotta believe in the deck. So there's that. So I don't know if yeah, that's.
I mean, for the people at home, you didn't get to see our deck list, but there's good stuff in there. I'm looking at it. We got Kits who are like, play Kit. And I'm like, I bet if Clara could play Kit, she would be playing Kit right now. And yeah, you had bodyguards, you had Lilos, you had, so you even had a large Clarabelle in there. So that's frustrating, especially when you're like, I know there's good cards in your guys. But on the other side, round 2, there was actually a pretty sweaty moment on the other side where Clara said, I will take that pirate's life and good luck to you, sir. So for you, Nassif, how did that feel, that second game, kind of being in a place where you're like, okay, well, I have to survive this ink situation I'm in?
Yeah, when I skipped ink on turn 3, I thought I was cooked, as the kids say. It was I had like double small Sisu, B prep, big Sisu in hand. So I played a Sisu and I passed and I hoped for the best. And I think one of the things I've realized in these aggro matchups is the Daisy's not actually the scariest card. The Daisy kind of helps me refuel my hand while I deal with everything else. And then when I have to deal with the Daisy, I'll deal with it. But that extra card per turn that I could potentially get, and like game 1, I didn't see any. I think Daisy gave me like 1 or 2 cards out of 8 triggers. But game 2 was a little more fortunate, and it worked out in my favor.
I was even like, oh, he hit the Pluto, not the Daisy. And Katie's just like, yeah, he's big brained. He wants more cards. And then obviously the Daisy flipped over the Flabbersham. I was like, well, he was going to draw it anyways. Like, he got you what you needed. You had to have been a little scared there. She looks at your hand. She doesn't take the B prep. She's like, you know what? We're going to stall a Zinc. And you were able to hit the ink to still be able to play the kind of ramp card. Obviously, Hideaway is not always there for ramp, but it has that secret mode. And then you whiffed on the next turn. But then you hit it the next, but on that turn you whiffed, you still had the double Sisu to go. And we were sitting there and I was like, oh, Clara needs to hit the Chernobog now to force you to have to go shift Sisu, sing B prep, or lose.
Yeah, that was the funny... That was kind of the funny dichotomy there, where like, I had the Sisu plus the B prep, so even if the churn came down and that would have been the last card in her hand, I had the answer, and then I could like reestablish with a Tala with a vision. So I was like kind of hedging for that to happen, hoping she would dump her whole hand. And because like I've always said, Ruby Sapphire is a hand control deck. It just deals with your hand after it hits the board. So if I can starve my opponent of resources, that's usually how I end up winning most games. And I was able to do that pretty effectively there, despite not having to do the whole Chernobog, Sing B prep to deal with Chernobog play.
And you made plenty of kibble. You made lots of Chernobog kibble, and you were ready. You were like, come on, Chernobog, come on. And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm taking this round off. So that had to feel bad to have plenty of kibble, no Chernodog.
And we know you're a pirate because, by golly, I think you played 5, 6 of them in 2 games.
6. You played 3 both games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I discarded one the first game, and I played 2 of the second game I discarded 1, played 1, or played 2, and the first game I played all 3. That was phenomenal. That was the only reason I was still in it.
I don't think Clara would agree that was phenomenal, but it was certainly impressive.
Yeah. I gotta give credit where it was an amazing setup every time. I was hoping to see tech cards I prepared for those matchups, especially with Kid Cloud Kicker in my deck to deal with the Sisu to bounce before the shift. I was not able to see those. I was not able to see the Clarabelle. I was not able to see a lot of the cards at the right moment. And even with all the efforts, my opponent managed to get through all the little things I set up. So all kudos.
Yeah.
It did look...
Well played.
It seemed that you were so close in that first game, but you missed an ink, then you missed playing a character, and it's like, had you had that character on that turn, it might have pushed through enough lore for you. It was kind of unfortunate that was how your draw ended up being there.
Now, I know that this is off topic, but are you in your own private store, Nassif? There's a very impressive display behind you.
Thank you. No, this is my office. I've been collecting stuff for over 10 years, so kind of just all stacked up together.
I couldn't not make a comment on that, but it was a wonderful game.
I want to see pictures of that in general chat afterwards.
Yeah.
I got you.
But both of you played excellently. I mean, definitely you guys were playing the cards you were dealt, and it wasn't optimal for both of you, but you somehow got through it. Nassif probably a little happier with the outcome, but Clara still showed that, hey, she got that dog. Then that dog, sometimes he comes out, sometimes he doesn't. You don't know. Chernobog comes out when he wants to.
Some people howled in the chat.
Yeah, people believe in the dog.
I mean, if you had won, there might have been some or some sort of some churn howls.
Yes.
But did either of you have some shout outs? Let's start with you, Clara.
I want to give a shout out to my team 20LorePro. I wish the best for them. Bring some W's to the team. I wasn't able to get some tonight, so
Yeah, they're gonna, that's always getting a loss early isn't the worst thing because then it's the revenge. Then there's a plot. Then like it's like that fever. But we'll kick it to you, Nassif. Do you have any shout outs that you'd like to do?
Same for me. Shout out the whole team, especially the ones that have been testing with me and helping prepare me. But I also want to give a big shout out to just the South Florida Lorcana scene in general. This is one of the most competitive card gaming scenes I've ever been a part of. Everybody, like, there's no easy games at locals. So yeah, shout out to everybody. I'm sure some of them are watching right now, but we have some of the strongest locals in the nation, and we're willing to prove it if you want to arrange
Ghosty
something.
wants you to name every single one, and if you forget
Yeah.
a single one, you're canceled.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you like,
What?
if you like
My team?
Lorcana, then name every player.
Just know every
Oh.
good player in Florida. Every
Mhm.
single.
It's all of them. It's all
Yep.
of them.
Oh,
You did it. All right.
I would move down there if it wasn't Florida.
Yeah. Wasn't
Valid.
for the Florida of it all.
Too hot, too hot. I would not want to live somewhere that it is that hot year round. I don't know. But thank you both very much. You did a fantastic job. Katie, do you have any shout outs you want to give before we cut to the men in the booth?
Shout out to me. So stay tuned after tonight's show because we're going to have a little game show. I said it's going to be competitive and seriously unserious. I came up with that while driving. So that's as good as I can come up with while driving. But anyway, I hope to see you guys there. And I'm so glad I got to watch this match. And I'm excited to go downstairs and eat Chick-fil-A and watch next match.
Food and Lorcana, you can't go wrong.
I can't. That's always my celebration.
As always, I'm going to shout out the judges, and their link tree is there, and Katie will push her link tree out. And I'm going to cut to the one, the only, JDZ Quest, and his assistant, his co-host, his friend of mayhem, Rascal Adams.
I like that. That was a great
That is
intro.
Best intro I've ever gotten.
I'm telling you, right? Every time.
Yeah.
It never gets worse. But Rascal, thanks for joining us here for some ICL action. Did you enjoy that last game that we saw? I know you're a Ruby Sapphire enjoyer. We have Ink These Finest in the building. Did you like that? Was that for you?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you, I hate that. I hate everything about it, man. Ruby Sapphire needs to go down. I'm kidding. Shout out to NC for coming out and getting to that absolute dub, representing your team well. And Clara almost got there. And those matches are just so depressing when you're just dragging along, hoping, and then it just gets snatched away from you. It never gets any easier. You hate to.
And that was like a textbook red-blue player right there. Like, just she almost had it the whole time, and every single time he just had all of the answers. Like, that just doesn't feel great there.
It doesn't. And it's just like and it's just so oppressive because you just feel like you have a chance. Like, there's all you have cards. Like, if I could just get to, I'm at 19, man. If I could just get one guy to stick around, I'm gonna win. And here's the Pirate's Life. Okay, that's cool. I got this 2-question coming.
Right.
I can make it. Oh, here's C2. Yeah. Okay, I lost my board. That's fine. I got another guy coming in here. If I could just get him to. Oh, yeah, we're Maleficent Dragon. All right, cool. All right, we got Brawl. All right, okay, we got Little Caesar. Okay. And it just happens over and over and over and over again. Eventually, you're gonna run out of cards, and they're just consistently gaining lore, and it feels absolutely miserable. But
I mean, imagine being a red-blue player and just not having it ever.
Yeah,
the deck is just filled with it.
Yeah. And those are the games I like when they actually don't have it, when they're just bricked and they just can't get rid of the board and they lose those are my favorite. No offense to all the red blue community out there, all the Ruby Sapphire community out there. No offense to any of them, but those are the games that I absolutely adore the most. But we have another round coming up. It should be getting ready. The players are just going through the rows and figuring out. We don't have the deck list just yet, so even if we did, we kind of like to keep them under wraps and surprise be surprised when those things are underway. So hopefully those things are going to be hopefully the match should be coming in quite soon, and we're gonna get this thing started. I think we're going to have a little bit of Sir Ashtown action, if I'm correct. Let's see who we got here lined up. We got Sir Ashtown. Oh man, Sir Ashtown's playing something cool. You guys are gonna be in for a real treat. But we're gonna be locked in and engaged with Freddie. So this is gonna be a tough battle. It looks like we got something that I haven't seen in a really long time as well. So all you boys and girls and folks out there in TV land, make sure you pay attention, as this match should be getting underway very soon. Production, do we have any timeline on what is happening with these players? I need to get this Lorcana right into my veins immediately. Nothing. Okay. Cool. That's okay. That's no problem. That's okay. You know. That's all right. That's all right. That's all good. I think they're just having some technical issues. Did you get a chance to see those deck lists?
I actually have not yet.
Okay, I can send them to you right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Say less. I can send them to you right now.
And while you're oh yeah, I see that now.
Nice.
And also, while I'm looking at those, I see all of y'all in chat. I saw you roasting me for wearing my jersey instead of looking nice like this man over here. So I found myself a button-up, not quite a blazer, but looking better to match the energy here.
Let me tell you something. I did notice, and I wasn't going to say anything because I for one, I appreciate the effort. Okay, I like the tenacity. You got away from you switch it up from the pregame show to the real show. You're like, let me class it up. We're classing this joint up a little bit, and I expect all of you out there in Lorcana world to be doing the same thing. We're going to put because this is important. This is the ICL. This is not some chum bucket experience. Okay, we're out here ready to get out here and get our game on, and let's look the part. Okay, let's get a little jacket on and let's button it up and let's clean it up. I like the tenacity though. Thank you for doing that. And I do appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And also, I've got all of this pulled up now. I gotta say, chat, this is looking like it's gonna be a spicy match.
I haven't seen. I mean, I have seen these decks. Obviously, this does happen sometimes, but just in this set 7, I would say this. I don't want to allude to anything, but I think it's going to be refreshing to see this match play out. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
that's all I want to say. As you kind of have some known entities and you have some unknown entities. Sir Ashtown is kind of a mixed bag. You don't know what he's going to bring in these matchups. He doesn't really get into the fray too often, but when he comes, he's going to come correct, doing his thing his own way. So the match should be getting underway, which is letting the players update their PCs. They're going to drag some stuff around, dragging and dropping, mouse clicking, doing their thing, getting ready to get into the dojo, and we're going to hop on in. I think it should be about time. I think we are ready, if I'm not mistaken, as the players are engaged. We have Sir Ashtown with that beautiful 20LorePro mat and Freddie hanging on to that champion mat. Look at those. Are those sleeves? I hope those are sleeves. I'm excited for it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I think we might be ready to engage production. I think the players are ready. It looks like I see some hands moving. I see some cards being shuffled. I see some drawing happening. I think it's time. I can't quite hear what they're saying over in the actual situation, but it seems like everything might be underway. We might just be doing a little bit of craftiness, setting up the graphics and everything, making it look nice. And make sure you guys shout out to Luke Wonderland as well. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the production level of the ICL broadcast has just gone through the roof. I mean, we got the raining background here. You guys are seeing these graphics, all that stuff, courtesy of Luke Wonderland. So if you guys haven't followed this program and tuned into the ICL, make sure you do it. Okay, because it goes a long way and it shows your support for the program.
Yeah, I've honestly been so impressed with like the whole production of this whole thing so far. Like, this is top tier Lorcana content. We are. Oh, looks like we're getting into the games.
Let's do it. Yeah, yes. We're not some geeks off the street. Okay, this is some real professional. This is some professional execution over here. So hopefully, you guys are enjoying it, as it's become a huge part of my life, and hopefully, it becomes a part of yours. As it looks like Clara did go down in round number 1, and Sir Ashtown is going to choose to go first. We got blue on blue with a blue image there with a little, he's almost vaporwave with the blue sleeves. This is like some what are we thinking here with this what's the funk sync techno sync funk wave. What am I thinking here? What am I talking about?
Synthwave.
Synthwave. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I'm looking for.
Synthwave, vaporwave, all the waves.
Yeah, that's the aesthetic that Sir Ashdown is kind of pulling together with this blue on blue with the blue light happening there. As we have the standard Ursula champion mat, real OG, letting people know that they've been crushing it for a long time.
First championship mat I ever won.
Nice. That's the one I wanted to win. I never got the Ursula. I tried.
That it's a beauty.
I still want one. I might, and I want to. I kind of wanted to go out and buy one, but I feel that if I go out and buy a mat, I'm just a false flagger, dude. I'm a stealer. I don't want to be stealing people's achievements, so I don't want to buy it. But I definitely want one. Maybe I'll just buy it and just put it up on the wall or something.
Just get the one that doesn't say champion on it. Then it's not like stolen valor or anything like that.
I don't want stolen valor. I need to. I might do it.
A cool mat.
I might do it. You're right. Treat yourself.
Not to spoil anything that's going on, but Sir Ashdown is on one of the pet cards that I had that won me that Ursula mat. So I'm very excited for this.
Well, when that pops up, you got to make sure you call it out and let us know exactly what it is if it comes up. So it looks like the altar phases are underway. Sir Ashdown electing to send back 3, it appears, hanging on to 4. And it looks like Freddy is gearing up to do the exact same thing as both players sending 3 cards with those beautiful Cinderella sleeves. So you're holding nothing back. You're sharing no secret. What are your thoughts on that? Just giving up the secrets before the game even starts. You're just letting people know what your jujitsu is.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep everything close to the chest. Like, don't let your opponents know your next move. Don't let the people at home know the next move. Like, everything's got it. Like, it's much more exciting that way. No spoilers, man. And
Freddy's a known entity though. So if you see Freddy around that Southside gaming area, he lurks in those waters quite heavy, and he will be playing Amber Steel. Like, that is a for sure thing that will be happening. So I guess if you're carrying it like that, you might as well just rock and roll with the Cinderella sleeves, as we're going to start inking the Happy, and then we're going to play the Mulan. So a little bit of steel coming in that Mulan. You spoke about that early in the pregame show. It can draw one and it can send one. We did activate that ability.
That early game, just being able to unbreak your hand, manicure it to get rid of those uninkables that are going to be a little bit too heavy to play in this turn 1, turn 2 scenario.
And it will be that move, that Simba Pride Protector. So it looks like we have an Amber Steel mirror. Oh, but Freddy hasn't really demonstrated that he's playing Amber Steel. He might be on it. We'll see what this ink pattern is going to be, as Piglet, the Pooh Pirate Captain, is going to be sent to the inkwell, and the Cinderella will come on in to match those beautiful sleeves. Not enchanted. You hate to see it, but it is what it is, as you do have that turn 1 turret Cinderella set up onto the field of play as we kick back on over to Sir Ashdown.
That'd be a real expensive turn 1 play. That's like $500 out on turn 1. I mean, I can't blame him for just having it on his sleeves, man.
I like to shame people. Okay, that's it. Because I know I also can't afford it. I would never try to afford it, but it is what it is. As we're going to get another Happy down into the inkwell, we'll jam up 2, and it looks like it's going to be maybe a Smee. No, it's going to be a Simba. So we got full Simba symbology over here as we're bringing out the bodyguard in normal mode, electing not to exert, not to quest. Thoughts on that?
Simba in attack position. I mean, I guess if you're not going to be questing, I don't understand exactly why you wouldn't be questing in a situation like this, because who's going to necessarily challenge it? I mean, putting Simba down against a Cindy really isn't going to change too terribly much. She's not known for challenging turn 1, turn 2 like this. So, I mean, another singer down on the board, though. So I don't know if I have faith in any of these two particularly living too long.
Absolutely. And that Cinderella typically is going to be singing a song. Mulan has that one in the willpower category. So having that Lord just being missed, you might come back, as these games can get grindy, as you are in the mirror, as we will go ahead and Storm or Strength of a Raging Fire. We'll clear that Mulan. And yeah, you didn't get any lore for your troubles either. As Simba, the Guardian, I can't remember his code name, but Simba.
Pride Protector?
No, Pride Protector
that's
is
the shift.
The big boy, the bodyguard.
Protective Cub.
Protective Cub. There we go. Look at that. I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
As now we're kind of there's a we're a team. We're going to carry each other. You teach me.
Yeah, I got you.
And I teach you. as you're staring down a Cinderella. It is now exerted. Simba can clear as we Inca Simba play the Pride lands. So, and you're not going to clear the Cindy here. You're just really trying to lean into your combo, perhaps, as this Pride Protector or Simba Pride land situation can get experimental sometimes, as you guys know what this deck can do. I don't want to give too many trade secrets away, but when you start seeing Pride lands come around and you see a lot of Simbas, you can know that there could be a Stitch kind of combination strategy that could happen going forward. So I'm sure Freddie is piecing this thing together and is going to start to accelerate his game plan a little bit to try to prevent these things from happening as Rapunzel, as Ariel hits the board.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, we got yet another song here. Don't know if Simba's necessarily going to be long for this world.
No.
There we go.
He will be dispatched almost instantly, as we'll be able to clear the Simba protective cub. And now Sir Ashtown is going to gain some lore from this Pride lands. It can, I mean, these locations are actually quite good against the Amber Steel deck in the mirror specifically, because they just don't have a lot of characters that can get enough strength up to take these things down effectively. Right. They can sing Zeus, they can do those types of things, but maybe you can get at least 2 to 3 out of this Pride lands before it is dispatched, as we will send out 2 more 1-cost characters into the fray, right into the meat grind if you got more songs coming in Pluto and Stitch.
Yeah, and I actually really do like that early Pride lands coming down here. We got it seems like a lot of these Amber Steel lists are moving away from Calhoun nowadays, so there's not a whole lot of damage they can put down early. This is just going to be a bunch of passive lore. We're setting up for some of these bigger turns here, especially with that Pluto out now too. Looks like we got Lawrence.
Speaking of, there's your strength right there. Lawrence coming in with that 4/4, as we will go ahead and Zeus the Stitch to break up that shift line, and then we'll quest for another 2. So Lawrence will have the ability to check into that Pride lands, and then you have this lonely Pluto kind of hanging out. He has no stats, just a 0 and a 1. You'll keep gaining lore, but this is looking absolutely miserable for Sir Ashtown in this position. You hate to see it, as Sir Freddie has been has all the momentum, all the tempo, all the advantage, and it is just going to be a snowball. You know how it is. It's like that a few times.
And especially in these Amber Steel mirrors, like, it is incredibly difficult if one person just establishes that early dominance. Like, you have to start deploying more threats than they can start shooting down. And it's Stitch going into the inkwell. So there's one recovery mechanic going away. Getting that Pride lands.
And you'll put the Pluto into the Pride lands, which is not bad. You will increase his willpower by a little, but still it won't be enough. And you have enough challenging power on board right now to just clear that Pride lands easy. And then you could just sing another song to take out the Pluto guard dog. So this position is all but faltered for Sir Ashtown. I know he's not going to give up. You're not going to just mail it in. You can't just give up in the ICL, but it is going to be looking pretty grim for the 20LorePros in this situation.
And as I mentioned before the game started, it was that Stitch. That was my pet card. I loved him. I played him in set 4 all the time, because what's a Bucky going to do to someone who just refills your hand all the time?
Let's go. The Rockstar Stitch. I need to get that. That card needs to come back. I think it's good enough. And I think people should try to make it happen. Just force it to happen. Just the way our meta is right now, it is just not ideal most times to just try to force cards to work just for the vibes. But I like that card a lot. I think it's a great design, and I think it's critically underplayed. As we are going to go ahead and seems like we're just going to elect to run the race and just discard the Pride lands and not worry about it. Allow Sir Ashtown to continue to gain some residual ROI and pass it there, as the board is quite robust. We'll go ahead and pay a hefty 5 for the Pride Protector and then pass it back on over to Freddie here, who is still in a pretty commanding lead.
I do like that coming down here. I mean, Freddie is just questing, because, I mean, that 1 Laura turn really doesn't mean much. And a 4th strength of a Raging Fire.
That is, that feels bad. So the fire has been raged at Sir Ashtown. Are you going to get some value from this Daisy quest? And the answer is no. So be our guest. That is insane, because you have such a low amount of actions in your deck. And the fact that you hit 1 is just absolutely ridiculous. So some games you're designed to win. In some games, you're just absolutely not designed to win because you play a deck with 95 characters in it, and then the one time a Daisy plugs you, you get one of your one actions. It just feels so terrible.
Hard casting a whole new world.
Yeah,
Oh no, looks like they're just scooping it up.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here. So yeah, I'm looking at the deck list now, and we got 43 characters and 13 songs. So there is a more, it's a different type of build than I'm used to seeing, but 13 still is 43. It's like, come on, man, give me a break there. As Sir Ashdown has to be quite disappointed to see that.
Especially if you're only running 13, you're running 17 non-characters in this list, and the Daisy, the one time at Quest, hits a non-character. That is so statistically improbable. That's just salt in the wound, man.
It happens though. It does happen though. So just looking at these deck lists, now that things are open, we understand that we have a Stitch, a Rockstar Stitch Pride Lands deck versus a traditional Steel Song deck. So armed with that information and the information that you have available to yourself, what are some things that you want to see from Sir Ashdown to kind of turn the tides to maybe have that thing work out a little bit better in round number 2?
Just get some stickier dudes out onto the field, something that's not going to die immediately or I guess get banished immediately. This is a Disney card game. Nothing dies.
That's right.
Have some things that are just going to stick around a little bit longer, still try to get that little bit of a lore lead going on early. If you can establish your singers faster than your opponent can, usually that is the key to winning the Amber Steel Mirror, is just take that tempo, never let them take it out from underneath you, and just run away with the game as fast as you can.
And you got to convince your opponent to not draw 15 strength or range of fires. I mean, that's got to be a part of it, because just looking at the stats, they're not too robust. Maybe if you can get that Pride Land set up early and get everybody camped out in the Pride Lands, you can boost their willpower. But I don't think it's just gonna take a long time to do that, and those singers can set up so quick. And it just got Strengths are raging and Storms are raging and all these Zeuses are raging. He's saying at least 7 songs in that last round. No, he's really saying 5, but it felt like a 9-song game. And I noticed when I'm playing against Amber Steel, if it's as crazy as that sounds, as obvious as that sounds, when they don't have songs, I feel like I win. When they have the songs, I feel like I'm losing. That's it. So just have them not sing, and we should be fine.
Honestly, the thing that I've always said is you have to make the Amber Steel players like actually pay their taxes, because like as soon as you can set up those singers there, like there's not a whole lot you can do about it. They're just going to keep shooting you down one after the next, and it's just one of them is going to have to develop that faster. And I think it is a cheeky little combo going on there with that Pride Lands, and a nice little way to get that early lore gain, get some things in your favor. Maybe if you can start moving things there early, get them enough toughness or willpower. Sorry, mixing up my game lingo here.
It's okay.
Get enough willpower out there to make sure that they're not going to like be taken down for absolutely free.
Yeah, that feel it's just so oppressive though. But that is the deck. I mean, the Amber Steel deck, the Steel Song deck, as has been called, and now we got the Blue Song deck, which is kind of a part of this game too. And it's those singing mechanics are starting to expand to other color combinations. Yes. I love the mechanic of singing. I do feel it is a bit OP. I'm glad they've frankly just stopped printing songs that are just broken and just kind of trying to phase that mechanic out of the game. I still think singing is really cool. It does kind of get a little, once that snowball starts rolling, it just feels a bit too much from time to time, and it just kind of makes for these really, really poor situations. All right.
May I interest you sometime in trying out Sapphire Steel songs?
Sapphire Steel song, that's the one. I think that one, it might be just as good, if not better, than the original. Okay, I think that might be the new Steel Song.
I love me some Mama Odie.
Oh, that deck. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Okay, I have tried that deck before. I'm a big fan of the Mama Odie Grandma Tala song combination. That's a fun deck.
Yes, sir.
That's a meta buster right there. As we are going to ink the happy again, and we'll start off with the Pluto. And you do have the ability, you're probably going to get this Pluto to go off, which feels amazing. You don't want to see that turn 1 Cindy come back in again, and you won't get too much value out of your Pluto. But at least maybe you can get it off once as Cindy is back at it again. You hate to see it. Ugh. The turret is established, and this Pluto is looking like he's probably going to get stormed on for sure. but you will get a chance to resolve his ability at least once. Let's see if you can make the most out of it as we ink the Mulan. And I think you're just going to pay one so far. Who was going to be? It's the Simba. A looter is going to be able to check one from the deck. We'll kick it off. And we'll lose the big Simba. So you're all Simba'd out over here. You got a full bevy of Simbas. I like that.
Yeah, getting that an additional shift line in. I don't think it's going to be particularly great into the mirror here, but having that extra location or item break in just another character. Because, I mean, blue, the Sapphire matches have always been the difficult one for Amber Steel. So, like, discarding another Pluto there.
Also, Pluto is not going to quest. He's not going to quest. I think I'd get that bad boy exerted and at least get some lore out of him before he gets yeeted right on off the board. Maybe you just want him to set up as a potential target, or maybe you're trying to bolster your own potential strength numbers in the event that you need to deploy that or something like that, or maybe setting up some type of Pry Lands maneuver. But I think that Pluto was pretty safe to go ahead and exert and get one lore, perhaps, or he's going to get blasted out of here.
In terms of just trying to make the opponent waste their removal to like actually use it instead of making the Cindy have that free like challenge into it, because Pluto has no power. It's just a free challenge right there. Especially now that we got Troubadour down, yet another singer.
Yeah, this Troubadour is a card that I really enjoy in this set 7 meta. I think he's sleeper. I think he's quite good into steel. He's great into the mirror. He throws those storm numbers off, throws those strength numbers off, and he's just a tanky guy. Can sing. He's got a nice disposition. I like his attitude. Sideline to sideline speed is pretty good. He's got a nice 40 time, nice bench press. I'm putting Troubadour into the squad. I'm giving him a starting lineup. No red shirt required. Let's get him into the field as we're going to.
Just as we called out to here, forcing him to use the strength of a Raging Fire to take that Pluto off board. No free challenges there. Actually making you put a card out of your hand to take that off the field. Because, I mean, Pluto is going to be another one of those catch-up mechanics. Gotta, get your bigger guys out faster, so it's not just going to be another strength of a Raging Fire to just pick them off. Like, I'd be more than happy to see the Pluto leave there just to, make sure,
I thought Pluto is Pluto a 1 or a 2. I thought he was a 0-1. Oh, he's a 0-1. Never mind. You can't exert that there. I thought he was a 0-2. I need to read my stats a little bit better. So never mind. That makes he is a 0-2. He is a 0-2.
Oh,
yeah. So I think
I was incorrect.
Oh, my bad. I guess I was right. I got to stop doubting myself. Yeah. Okay, and I got to learn to just go with the flow. But I think that if he was a 0-2, I think it's pretty safe to get a quest in, and Cindy would have just got tanked, and then he would have just had to storm it regardless. So we all have Ariel here. Let's see if this Ariel is going to miss. Is it going to whiff? Ooh. I love it when Ariel whiffs. I hate Ariel getting her ability to go off. It makes me feel so good. Every time Ariel misses a song, a fairy gets its wings. And it looks like we're thinking about it.
They're either too many options or they're just slow rolling the fact that they don't actually have anything there.
That'd be depressing. And we're going to get the storm. Ooh. That is a pretty good one here, as you're going to lose one of these Simbas. You got 2 options to sing it. I think Cindy's going to get us another song off. We will blast one of the Simbas.
Looks like he was asking if he had a preference on which one to take out for a second there, too. Oh. And a second storm. Imagine being an Amber Steel player and just not having it.
Oh, man, that is so miserable for Sir Ashtown. And it's just so unfortunate because had Sir Ashtown been playing Ruby Sapphire and that is the opening, you're winning this game. Like, you're not going to lose. And you're feeling so good about it. But the fact that all of your characters are just so vulnerable to storm and strength and the steel removal, it just feels like there is not a lot you can do as you put the Simba out and just hoping. But now strength is coming. They always have it. As you look in the discard pile, it's just literally song after song. Yeah, hit after hit after hit after hit, just hanging out in the discard pile already. So, and here it is. There's the Zeus. Got him again. As we're going to go ahead and clear the Simba, and this is just absolutely getting depressing at this point. Sir Ashtown cannot seem to get a single solitary character to stick onto the field for longer than a turn.
And it looks like he missed an ink too, so we're a turn away from getting things that might be able to survive one of these spells.
And we're gonna rock it. We're gonna go up. Let's see if we can do it. The Pride Lands are still gaining. We got Stitch, and we'll put Stitch into the Pride Lands. So that's a good start, and we'll just pass. Now
2,
Stitch
4.
is hanging out at a 4.
Let's see. Does he simply have another thing to take another character off the board?
I don't. This board is just so massive right now, and there's just like you would need like a series of cards to catch up to even begin. You need to completely refill your hand. You need to have a series of Pete's. You need to just clear this board. You need Sisu. Is what you need. A big Sisu right here would just be phenomenal. If you can Pluto out a Sisu and just slide one into the field of play, that'd be great. As you're gonna get double daisied here. You should, in theory, get to draw 2 cards as Simba is here, followed by another Be Our Guest. This is crazy with the Be Our Guest.
Every time.
Every single time.
Every single time. And it looked like he was about to quest with that aerial there, but decided against it. So there's probably another song in hand. Trying to see what we get off that daisy before we either Whole New World, send another removal spell out.
Yeah, Whole New World would just be so devastating here at this spot. I don't think you need to. We'll continue to game with the Pride Lands, but your board is just so secure, and you have 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 lore coming in next turn without singing a Whole New World or anything of that sort. Sir Ashtown's hand seemed to be borderline bricked unplayable. You did get that another uninkable card to the hand, so I don't know if that's going to advance your position at all. You're going to this 4 ink turn. We'll ink the happy and just have to pass. Yeah, unfortunately, just completely Omega Giga bricked here, as hand is probably a bunch of high cost uninkable characters, and now you're in a 2 quest range. It seems untenable for Sir Ashtown. It's just sometimes you have it and sometimes you don't. As Freddy is continuing the momentum, we are going to storm onto the Nala just for some trick shots off the backboard, 360 no scope for no reason, completely unneeded there, as we're going to go ahead and quest heavy.
It looks like, did he forget to draw off of that storm as well?
Or
is that what he's about to do now?
That's what he's doing now. He's going to do Rapunzel, then Storm.
Yep. Just a little out of sequence there, but that all works out the same.
Yeah.
That does look like that is just going to be the final nail in the coffin. And a strength.
Yeah, we're just doing trick shots now at this point. That is completely
goodness.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too, like, at least if you're getting the uninkable card off of the Daisy quest, that means you're more likely to draw into an inkable on your next turn there, but it doesn't look like it particularly matters. Like, you don't run beat prep in Amber Steel deck. I'm sure he would if he could.
Whew. Yeah, it's just rough. I mean, that's the game sometimes. Sometimes you're going to have a bad day. Okay. Sometimes things are not going to go well. So Ashtown is still going to fight it out. There could be a universe. Nah, I think this was just done, because we're going to pass back on over and get a mighty quest in. And he had double Whole New Worlds in hand. I'd like to see the hand. If maybe Sir Ashtown will reveal the hand. What we got there? It is going to be
double Simba, double wheel.
All right. So we're headed over to the Discord right now. If I could find
rigged arm. Mine's on a rigged arm too. It's gonna take me a second.
Yeah. It's gonna be a minute.
And all right, gentlemen. GG's and well played, Sir Ashtown. That did not go the way that you wanted it to. Okay, I will go ahead and be the first to say that went about as bad as you could have imagined. I think this matchup seemed almost unwinnable, if I would say. It seemed quite poor. But I'm gonna kick it over to the winner first, Freddy, representing the Illuminati.
Down, I'm guessing. Oh boy, we'll do it upside down. That's fine.
Luke can fix it. I think Luke can fix it, or maybe upside down is fine. I think it looks nice.
Yeah, there's a little Illuminati on that. That's fun.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, hold up, Sam. But Freddie, I just like to pick people's brain when they come in, and I like to hear about your deck choices. I know you are an amber steel icon, rocking that South.
What?
That
No
I know
way.
you're known for playing that deck. You're a known entity, so I won't even ask you why you're playing it. But I would like to ask you some of the additions from this new set. I know when the set first came out, a lot of people were down on amber steel. You stuck
Yep.
with it, and now it seems like it's back to its original position of being a tier 1 threat in this meta. So can you just talk about some of the new cards you
Oof.
added to this deck, and what are some of the things that you enjoy about Amber Steel in set 7?
Well, in set 7, I'm not looking forward to what's going to happen because it looks like it's going to be a red blue C. I honestly thought I was going to get the red blue matchup, and I was dreading that. Uh, the Amber Steel, let's see, what did I put in new? I got Bianca. I got
You
my
got
favorite
Bianca.
card from the set, Troubadour. He's the best turtle in the world. Everyone laughed at me when I said he's the best card in the set. So here you go,
And
Troubadour.
I think you turned out to be correct because that thing is like it's a sneaky good in this steel world that we're living in.
It gets around a lot of things. I mean, it could poke for 1 damage on like aggro decks and just live. It doesn't always has to sing. Sure, you lose the Rapunzel value, but I mean, it is what it is. The Bianca, I didn't get to play her this one. Didn't really need to. But she is an all-star. She just either sets the singer up for the whole new world with red blue. They have to double coil to try to get rid of her, or coil Medusa, but I see Medusa starting to come back, so that might be a problem. The Daisy's doing what Daisy do. Let's see who else is in there. I was messing around with Penny, but I brought Piglet back in for the red blue matchup because it just goes faster. Although
Okay.
you can do some cool stuff with Penny. What else? That's really all the only new cards
Okay.
I think are Troubadour and Bianca.
Okay, nice. I mean, the deck is rock solid, man. I know you're going to stick with it, but just talking about this
Yeah.
matchup real quick. And I got Rascal Adams here, and we were kind of
Mm.
watching it, and it just seemed like you just had it. It was just a snowball rolling downhill, and Sir Ashtown just couldn't really get it started. But can you just talk about from your perspective, and then before we kick it over to him, what was your approach to that matchup, or were you prepared when you saw those Pride lands? Did you make any adjustments?
No, well, when he dropped the Pride land, I really didn't really worry about it. It's just gonna sit there and I'll outspeed it. As long as I keep his Simbas off board, and even if he does shift Simba, I have the Zeus in the back pocket just to make sure that it doesn't really do anything. The Pride lands, it's good. Uninkable might have hurt him. I'm not sure what his hand was. But game 2 seemed a little rough for him. And then I just had all the songs. I mean, when you get to sing songs for free
Yeah.
and still play a board, there's not much you can do about that.
Okay.
But I was worried it was the blue steel mind deck that I saw because he inked the happy and played a Mulan. I was like, this might be blue steel. But then when he discarded the shift Simba, I was like, oh, all right, I'll be fine. It's just a amber steel mirror, and
Okay.
I don't mind playing that.
Yeah, I was telling JDZ about that too, that the key to it is just once you realize that you were playing the Amber Steel matchup, like the mirror match, you just have to get your singers developed on board,
Yeah.
make sure that none of theirs stick, and that was absolutely just textbook. I don't know if there was anything much more that Sir Ashdown could have done. That was just
No.
No.
It was
unfortunate.
rough. It was really rough. But we got Sir Ashtown here, so we're gonna bring him in and kind of get from his perspective. And Sir Ashtown, I'm telling you right now, I was watching, I was feeling bad because I was like, oh man, his deck looks so cool, and I wanted to pop off. But now, so I got paired with Freddie and the Amber Steel Mirror. I was like, I don't know how good this is gonna go because all your deck is very predicated on setting guys up in the Pride land, but if you can snipe them before they get in there, it's just not gonna work out. So, from your perspective, how did that feel? What did you try to do? Can you talk about your deck, how it was supposed to work, and what you wanted to try to get done before during that matchup?
Yeah, so the Pride Land Stitch deck, it is a 100% glass cannon combo deck. And so the reason I brought it was because I knew the only matchup for me that's unwinnable is Amber Steel Song. Like, I mean, there's like no game. You can't even like do it. But
Yeah.
the thing is about Pride Land Stitch glass cannon combos is that you're not trying to play it in a tournament like normal. Instead, we're playing one-on-one matchups for the ICL league. So the odds of you hitting Amber Steel are a little lower than in a normal tournament. So it's a little bit safer to bring, but when you hit it like I did, it's just you can't do it.
Yeah.
But the concept.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the concept of the deck is that you try to get a prince or a king onto the Pride land, and then you shift with the Rockstar Stitch, and then you just play all the 1-drops that you can out. If you can get the shift Simba, then you can untap all the characters that you just played, and so you just have a ton of characters on the board. Normally, you can do it about turn 4 or 5 for sure, and then you really can just win after that. But Amber Steel Song is the stopper.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and we did see that. It was just song after song after song. Have you experimented with any other cards from this set 7? Ideally, that new legendary mini. I think she could fit well into this strategy. It is another uninkable card. You're playing quite a few uninkable cards. What are some cards that you experimented with so far in this set 7 meta with that strategy?
So funny enough, we actually started off when we were testing this list on 4 minis, and we just kept cutting them and cutting them and cutting them because we found that the turns that we got the combo off, we didn't need the mini because the next turn we had already win. So the mini just became a slot that just didn't need to be filled. So we would switch it out for something else.
Okay.
As far as set 7, we gained, Mulan, which is a great filter card, another kind of esque Simba where you can draw and discard. So you're really trying to utilize your cards to find your combo pieces. So if you can use Be Our Guest, Mulan, Simba, draw, discard to get to your whole new world, your Rockstar Stitch, that's kind of the route you want to be at.
Nice.
Makes sense.
It's a nice little unbrick your hand type beat if you miss something in the mulligan.
That's exactly right. And the Pluto's there just to try to speed that clock up because you can shift Rockstar Stitch a turn earlier with the Pluto on board.
Absolutely. I got one more question for you, Sir Ashton. I'm sorry, Brask. I'll let you hop in here. I got one more question.
You're good.
Can you just talk about how it felt to continue to just get cards sent to the bottom of your deck via Daisy Duck? How did that feel? Because it happened multiple times in this matchup. You play a billion characters in here, but it kept missing. What did that feel like? And how long have you been cursed?
Honestly, it didn't feel bad because it felt bad the moment I saw that it was Amber Steel Song. Because after that, I knew it was cooked. I was done.
Okay.
So that was just another layer on top of that.
All right.
Honestly, that's what I was going to say too. Is I was looking at your deck list here. You had 17 possible options that Daisy would send to the bottom, and every time it was Be Our Guest. Like that is just crazy odds out of you there, Freddie. Like
Daisy does Lord's work. Daisy does Lord's work. Love her.
Nice. But gentlemen, I still think it was an incredible match. And Wesley, Mr. Ashtown, you got caught up this time. Maybe next time you'll be able to run it back and it won't happen to you again. But real quick, before we let you guys go to get back with your teams and support for the last round, we'll just do a quick little shout out. Okay, we'll start with you, Sir Ashtown. Any shout outs you want to give and talk about, and anything you want to talk about, you're going to use this time to do that.
Yeah, I just want to say huge thanks to the community. If y'all didn't know, we had been streaming with 20LorePro the last 3 weeks since Set 7 came out. So we did the Hunter Burn Memorial, we raised awareness for 988, and we did Charles Collectible Show, and then last weekend, World Class Cards. So we've been on the road moving. So huge shout out to the team members who announced with us, UJDZ, Katie, Clara, Jeebus, Sasuke, who's going to be playing next. And our support, Luxac and Stunning Rob. We really appreciate y'all as a 20LorePro team and all the streaming that we did because I am tired. But thank y'all so much.
Absolutely. That was an amazing weekend. It was a really long weekend, action-packed Lorcana. I'm sure it's going to be uploaded on YouTube. I'm sure those VODs are still available. Make sure you guys get over and check it out. If you really like Lorcana, it was some high-profile matches there, and it was really a really well-run event. So thank you for all the work you did on that. I know you're exhausted, and now you really can take some time to get a break after your deck just completely, didn't happen for you tonight. Now you can have a night off to relax and enjoy that. But we'll kick it over to Fred. No, it's all good. It's all good. We'll kick it over to Freddie. Any shout outs you want to give as the winner of round number 2?
Yeah, shout out to the squad, Illuminati. We're out here. We got 1 million people, as everybody knows. So you may never see the same guy twice. You don't know who you're going to play next round. Everyone's putting in a lot of work. Get ready for Mike next round. He's gonna show some stuff. Here's your best friend.
Oh, let's go. There he is. He's there.
Yep.
Why is he?
He's back over too.
Get it.
Gabe. JD wants to talk to you.
Get Gabe back in here. I need Gabe back in here right now. You tell,
I got
Gabe.
you. Hold on.
Put him on the mic right quick. Hey Gabe, listen, I saw this name come up and I don't see Gabe's name in the bracket, and I'm trying to say, what's going on? I was expecting to see some emerald icon out here, my bald brethren, my bearded mustachioed menace, and you're not in the bracket. Are you dodging? Can you confirm or deny you're afraid, or what's going on there?
So you might call me the final boss. Okay, that's
Okay.
the terminology we use here. I want to introduce the world to everybody that needs to understand that the Illuminati is here. It's a showcase here. We respect every player that we play against. We love the community, but people need to know that we are not here to play, and
Okay.
this is the start of that for sure. So I'm here in support. We watch out for SSG. We'll be there this weekend. Keep an eye out. I'll be casting there. You can hear me there. But in terms of me playing, I will be back. You will see me.
I'm telling you right now. If Illuminati comes in next week and you're not in that bracket, I'm going to be upset. Okay, I need to see you. I need you out here. I need to see where Emerald's at. I need to see what you got going on. That's it. That's all I'm
okay.
saying.
Okay,
all
that's
right.
fair enough. But Freddie has done a great job representing the team, so thank you.
All right, absolutely. You guys have represented very well. And again, huge shout out to Southside Gaming, man. And I know you guys are gonna have a fantastic tournament. I'll be tuned in to that all weekend. Again, I know it's going to be an absolute stellar performance, man. So I'll see you guys there. Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, watch out for the guys, yo.
All right. Gentlemen, have a fantastic evening. Thank you guys so much for your performance. Okay. So it is going to be where we go. So Rascal, before we let you go though, hey, this was a lot of fun. I hope you had a good time. Yeah. I appreciated your presence being here. Yeah. I know it's your first time in the dojo. Absolutely. I hope you come back. Hope don't be a stranger. Speaking of, where can I find you if I want to get more Rascal in my life?
Unfortunately, I don't have a very big social media presence. However, I'm usually up in Discord. I'm always in my team's channel. Well, not always. I've been a little bit busy recently, but whenever I have free time, I'm out in the Ink Thieves Discord. Sometimes I'll be lurking in the Maelstrom Discord. Rascal Adams over there. I'm usually down to just play cam games, jump on to like Pixelborn, whatever apps we can get some games in. So.
Absolutely. All right. But seriously, thank you so much for providing your insight and hanging out with me in this broadcast in round number 2. And hopefully we get you back in here in the booth and get some more games called, man. Hope you enjoyed yourself. And it was so nice to meet you.
Great time. And I would love to come back whenever you guys would have me.
Let's go. All right.
See you later, chat.
All right. And coming in, we have, you guys know him. You'll love him. The Forbidden Mountain. He didn't even let me do the thing, man. That's my favorite part. And he just like threw. Dan, we're supposed to roll out the red carpet. We got Dan from the Forbidden Mountain is coming in. I'm trying to roll out the red carpet, and he just yeet him in here. Well, you know what? That's it. Is what it is.
It's like there's the hook, right? Like right on the stage. Like instead of getting hooked off stage, it was hooked on. You know?
No, but seriously, yo, Dan, did you get a chance to catch those matches, man? It wasn't.
I did. I feel really, really bad for Sir Ashtown. He just wasn't allowed to play the game. It was mean. It was mean.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the one thing I don't like about Digital Lorcana sometimes. Those bad matchups, when you have a bad match, like a truly bad matchup, it feels unwinnable. It feels miserable. And you just got to sit there. You got to play it out. You can't just quit. You can't scoop.
It's also one of those, like, you're going the ICL. This isn't your traditional meta game, right? We're not preparing for some 8-round, 9-round tournament where we're like, if we get our bad matchup once, who cares? No, like, you get your bad matchup once, you play for 20 minutes, you're like, well, that was fun.
Sir, he did mention that in the interview. He's like, I think I can just come in. If I can just get a good matchup, I can just blast them with it. They'll never see it coming. Yeah. But you do roll that dice and get roped into someone else, and it's going to be a narrow field. So we are going to be rocking and rolling here soon. I'm listening in. I think Breezy is going to be joining you whenever he gets around, but we got a little bit of time to feel.
I think Llama better find his way here. You know, I've been so excited for this all day. You know, come on, we need the Cusco love, right? Where's the Cusco love?
Where's the Cusco? Get some Cuscos in the chat. I don't know if we have a Cusco emote, but maybe we get some Cuscos spamming in, and it's going to be like that a portion of the time. Okay. But looking at this matchup though, I don't have any deck lists around number 3.
I know.
You have deck lists?
I got it.
Okay. Can you spoil but not spoil Who do you
Yes.
think's going to win, just based on the two deck lists and your information? This is going to test your might right here.
Sasuke gets to go first.
Sasuke gets to go first.
All right, I'm picking Sasuke because he has the die roll.
And that's it. Is that close? You think it's about a 50-50?
There are only 2 inks in this matchup. Is my second hint.
Oh, okay. So I can piece this together, I think. So we already seen Amber Steel. That's cooked. We've already seen Ruby Sapphire, and we've seen what was the other one? Amber Steel, Ruby Sapphire, and Green and Amber Emerald. So it looks like we have Amethyst and Ruby. Is it Ruby and Mirror?
Oh, totally. 100%. You're right. You're right on.
Did I nail it? No, I missed it, right? I missed it. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I missed it. Did I not nail it? I thought I nailed it. No. Let's see.
Close.
All right. Oh. But it's time. You guys are ready. You guys know him. All right. You guys know him. You guys love him. Lorcana After Dark's finest. The dog himself. He's got, for being late, he's got boosties for all of you guys. You love him. You love him. None other than the Y Breezy.
For all. I am so sorry. The Florida traffic got the best of me. There's 3 accidents on the way.
Only 3.
Roll.
Only 3?
Only 3, luckily. But we're locked in. We're ready for game 3.
I love it. We are excited. We're here. This is the final match of round 2. It's it. This is it. This is for all the marbles. That's it. We're going round 3 in 2 days. It's crazy. I love it.
I mean,
excited? I know you. Listen, I know you just got here. Did you get all the information?
I got all the information. We're locked in. I saw I was watching the games. I was like, please, for the love of God, give me a game 3. I was praying, but it just didn't happen. The dogs wasn't barking in game 1, unfortunately, which made me really sad. I was making sad puppy noises. I was super sad about that. And then out of all the mirror matches we could find, we saw Amber Steel matchup with Pride Lands, which was
sick, right? Sick.
Which I mean, it didn't unfortunately get the land. No pun intended. But
we didn't get to land anything. Yeah.
4 Strength of Raging Fire was something that I didn't think Amber Steel could be doing, but they found it. I've never seen it happen for me, but it was nice.
I think it happened on Monday. I watched Sisu pull off 14 songs in one game, man. Wait, come on.
Listen, Amber Steel Lifestyle says most of the time I've seen Ariel just look at the bottom 4 cards of your deck. It's about 70% of the time. So but going into this match, I'm ready to say goodbye to this beautiful round 2 of the ICL.
It's true, but we have a great game to kind of close off with. I spoiled it in 2 words where there was only 2 inks in this matchup, and I was giving Sasuke the win because he has the ability to go first. That's where I'm at right now.
That's fair. No. That's fair. I mean, they're not necessarily the same.
No. I didn't say that. You're giving another hint now.
Oh, dang it. It's okay. We gotta reel them in, right? That's the little teasers. It might be the same inks, but it's a little different.
It's true. JD was very wrong with his guess. That's for sure. He's very, very wrong.
It happens. I've been off in my guesses on the teams. Sometimes we gotta keep shooting, as JDZ says. We gotta keep shooting. If you're 3 out of 10, we're still rocking and rolling.
But it should be good. I am looking forward to it. There's a couple interesting choices in the Dex list, but for the most part, I think it's pretty standard run-of-the-mill stuff. But it's going to be really nice to see this matchup kind of play out. It's definitely one we have certainly seen plenty of so far. So at this point, it'd be nice to see what changes have gone, how the matchups developed, and think, oh, that was a quick switch there. I got confused.
little production magic over here. Shout out to that. Whoever is behind the scenes is just such a handsome, beautiful, beautiful person that just sort of rocking and rolling, by the
way. He's always on top of it, for sure.
He's locked in. He's so locked in as we going through the.
So we're going through that altar phase, right? I'll tell you what's the deal this round? I have never seen this many Disney Lorcana sleeves on stream before.
I am quite impressed. I mean, the word on the street usually when it comes to these seals is like we're not playing in the competitive because it's not a 9-rounder.
So it's a trap. It's
just
a
little
trap.
bit. But when you dual sleeve it, it gets you going. It's when you get that outer sleeve into that, it makes that Scrooge even better. And maybe that's what's happening. You can't see.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like some of the art. I don't like outer sleeves. That's why. But we get a Tipo inked quick, and we go into the popsicle.
Well,
so,
we're going to be seeing a lot of this in the next couple of months. So
yeah, I was told in the pre-show by Mr. Rascal Adams that Sasuke is a bit of a Sapphire Steel enjoyer. So,
they were there first, right? They were there before it was cool. And we're seeing a Fortisphere.
A Bagheera. Look at that. Oh man, that was one of the cool cards that I was looking forward to. We had an early Bagheera in the Inkwell. So Steel on Sapphire action. I told you guys it was just 2 colors.
And we're getting into that lovely turn 2 ramp as well. It's exactly what you want to see, right? You want to see your item, you want to see your ramp, and then just off to the races with some mouse ice cream eating competition, essentially.
And there we are with the inking of Strength of Raging Fire. So there we are. We have confirmed we're on Sapphire Steel for Sasuke here. Could be anything on the other side, though.
Could be anything. When you see Fortisphere, you never know. It's just anything. It could be any of the other ink pairings. Totally not a mirror match.
Look at the wonderful Karibo. Oh, that's great. I love it. That's OG right there.
With those inks, we never have a battle phase. So
it's true. Yeah. Avoid them forever, guys.
we don't have to ever worry about life points. We just lure away and get the dub.
Looks like going through the thoughts. Did we have a second one there, or we just kind of exerted everything?
I think we just put it sideways.
Just
we didn't do anything.
All right. So and this is the interesting thing here. We got out early. We got the ramp. That plan 1. So for Michael here, it's like, what do we have to do? Like, how do we have to also ramp? Can we ramp? Like, can we establish a threat? What does Michael have to do to kind of like keep the pace here?
I don't want to give too much away the differences in the deck list, but his game plan is going to be a little bit more lower to the ground, trying to not necessarily play the catch up game, but make Sasuke essentially do the catching up. But with the ramp kind of missing there, we got to make sure that amazing 2-drop at Mr. Smee, and making sure that, hey, we're going to put some pressure on you. We're going to make sure you don't ramp as much, and we're going to get ahead.
Sure. It's a shame that Mr. Smee just because of a pesky bell feels not as awesome as it once did. It used to feel awesome. Now it's it's just a 3/3.
It's just a 3. It doesn't feel that great, but like it's still a 2-lore gainer and everything but bell. I know there's a lot of bells. But anything but belt, it's a headache. It's a problem. It gains either 4 lore or trades with something and guarantees you to kind of even the field. So it's still a fantastic card, but it's just not as exciting when Bell stares at you. But Sasuke did miss it. He actually inked it here. So
he inked it. Yeah,
it feels a little nicer when that Hiram is the only character on the other side of the board there.
Yeah, you say that, and then my opponent draws 16 cards. So I don't know.
I'm trying to be as positive as possible with this Steel Sapphire world we're living in, or any Sapphire world we're living. So
that's true.
It's
Alice
tough.
Alice is another good card, though, right? Like we get Alice. So good. Ward is a phenomenal keyword in Disney Lorcana.
Such a headache.
The idea that she has 4 willpower, which is very strong in this matchup, and she gives whatever we play next Ward some good stuff. Oh, we did get the Sing, the Strength, the Storm Rage on there, which is a nice way to remove Smee, if I'm being honest.
It's that perfect. You got to draw. It's nice. And Hiram got, instead of drawing 2 cards, it just drew 1. But he got rid of a card. It's good. It's good stuff. I'm really happy to see that card come back. It was gone. It was gone for a bit. Now with the Bell, it's kind of just a lock for any Sapphire Steel you can think of.
And sometimes, depending on like how the meta game is, like where your area is, there's been decks that, I think the winner this past weekend did not play Let the Storm Rage on. So it's definitely a choice that you're seeing kind of like those players just utilize their innovation for the own list. Scrooge comes down. Love it.
Scrooge comes in, searches for, I can't quite see which
I think it's
item.
a Fishbone Quill.
That feels nice getting
I think
your
so.
RAM tools into that. But as we kind of get through these cards on the board, as we can see, it's more of the Kiwi versus your traditional Sapphire Steel, right? It's Steel Sapphire aggro versus traditional Steel Sapphire. So how does that matchup look like usually?
Well, I gave Sasuke kind of the nudge because he has the die roll. I think that in any matchup for this like more Kiwi version, they want to go first.
Right.
It's very difficult to play from behind, and as good as Alice is on the play, she's not great on the draw. She's just a 1/4. She can't challenge very well. Like even there, like we can't even challenge without, like we can't even quest with Alice because she just gets completely eaten by a Scrooge McDuck. So that's not where we want to be in this matchup at all. We want to be able to turn sideways.
I mean, that naked Hiram play is also never a good feel to.
No, we got rid of a Fortisphere. We got rid of a Fortisphere.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just where we can't really get to the races with just the board state we're in, unfortunately, and it's going to feel a little awkward.
Picked up a Storm, put some damage on the Hiram.
So 2 here feels nice.
Trying to get a little bit. I assume it was very interesting also to note that the Kiwi actually was able to ink a Benja earlier. So that's kind of a note to Sasuke, like, okay, he has Benjas. I wonder how many he has. So we might not want to just like put items out there and leave them if we can say anything about it. So there might even be a world where you see, was that a workshop that got hidden back there? I think that is what happened. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool. So dropping the workshop is nice. Playing the Fishbone Quill, getting the draw off Quill. It's a bit of a slow turn, but it feels like right now where the position
is setting up.
It's a fine turn. Like it's a fine turn to turn off.
Ooh,
and we just get rid
off
of
the top rope. I mean, come on. It's just Alice
good.
by herself is not as scary with 0 friends. Alice with friends, terrifying, but by herself, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Giving maybe like potentially your most. I mean, it's been the bodyguards most of the time that ward is nice, but other than that, by herself, it's just not that big of a threat at the point that we're in right now.
I'm sure Michael needed to draw cards there, which is probably why we went with the slow down Hiram turn. But Pluto would have gone a long way for sure.
Yeah, and not seeing that, just getting your Hiram absolutely cut right out of you without a quest, getting an extra 2 draw is really unfortunate because he has to find some answers. He has to go a little wide here to be like, okay, I have a lot of options you have to deal with, and you can't just set up your board state to take over the game later on.
Yeah, like even if we just like went Ink or Chenpo, like that's an okay turn, and you're gonna be able to get multiple lore from your Alice the next couple turns, but it's still like, is it enough? I don't know. Not like, how many cards does Sasuke have? 1 million. Cogsworth is a little more interesting.
Nice.
Like this enables us to go questing, and now like listen, 1/4 with resist 1, that is extra good.
that Scrooge can't get rid of it. I mean, there's wards, so you can't sing it away. Now that Alice sees another day in that board.
Yeah, it's really almost always about trying to protect Alice as much as possible. And this is a great way to do it. Like having multiple warded characters, having the problem is we're going to lose the race.
I mean, we're at the crab territory already while while Michael is just struggling to kind of establish a board state as Sasuke is just like, okay, I get to do whatever I want at this point. The Hiram crab is on the board together, making kind of this forever loop with your items and just drawing a gazillion cards to just kind of take the game from there.
And it also has 8 willpower.
So big, so
that
shell is so strong, man. I just can't. We can't punch it through. We don't have a lot of tools to do it in the first place. I mean,
right.
It's just tough.
And like there is options, but they're few and far between.
That don't feel great though.
No, I mean like some of the other Sapphire options are there, but for the Kiwi versions, they're pretty uncommon. So I don't really expect to see them, on average. But it is like one of those where like you wish you had the out, but then if you're trying that hard to get rid of a so shiny Tamatoa, then we're just in trouble. But we got double Cogsworth. Nice. I mean, it's interesting. It keeps some stuff around, but I don't know. You look at this turn, and even if we turn both cards sideways here,
draw more.
We gain 5 lore.
That's not. I mean, Sasuke's gonna eat everything that's on the board, right?
Well,
Yeah,
he can't, right? Because now the Cogsworth has resist, so it does make it a little bit more difficult. So he can get the 5 lore and go to 9, but I think by doing that, he probably he might lose both of his, like at least the Alice for sure.
Right.
So I think this is just tough. I think it's
just
a tough
awkward.
turn in general.
Yeah, it's just awkward decisions because, like, you want to go. I mean, strength.
Okay, so that's a good turn.
We get rid of that Scrooge.
Because now I feel like we can probably just quest and gain our lore. And if they have to run their Tamatoa into Alice, you're like, all right, whatever. You didn't gain 5 or 6 or 7 lore this turn.
that feels good. You have to deal with my stuff, not yours. It's definitely gonna be.
We very well could just see 3 or 4 items hit play here, and Tama just goes, just whatever, man. I'm just gonna quest away. Did look like we quickly turned him sideways.
Away.
Yeah,
it goes into. I mean, that means we did some lore math. That's what that means.
Yeah, that definitely means, hey, I don't think you can actually get rid of my Tamatoa. So
I'm just gonna put a bunch of items. Workshop is gonna do its magic with it, and we're just gonna draw like 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in one turn, which in any card game is totally fair and super cool to do.
Yeah. Specifically, if we can play another item and then like tap our items and then put a free screw. We're not going to do that this turn, but it would have been really cool if we did all the stuff. That's the best part about what this deck actually does.
I mean, we still could. We're drawing a bunch of cards. We could find like 2 more one cost items and just play it away.
I love the ink of the Strength of Raging Fire here, understanding it's never going to do anything ever.
It's not going to hurt anyone. There's too many wards. We're never choosing a target. We're just never choosing
Pete.
anything.
Oh, okay. So that's Pete and then Ariel.
And an Ariel.
So we have, I think, still 2 items in play, but maybe we're talking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lore. We have enough ink to certainly play Dime next turn. So this is definitely one of those like, okay, it's your turn. Can you answer my crab? Without actions, like without songs, can you can you do 8 damage to my 8 willpower? I don't know.
No actions, unfortunately not. I mean, we saw the item getting a little bit drop. It's nice, but it's just not gonna do anything with that big boy crab. Yeah. The big bad crab is doing its damage.
This is definitely the Pete Ariel has been around forever. It has been a little bit more introduced. Like it wasn't in the original versions of these items list, but now that Ruby Sapphire has been a little more dominant, you got to find other ways to like create these positions and pay 9, put my 5 lore character into play, and say you can't play actions is like it's really good.
Michael's over here playing with some clocks, getting 3
he's got lots of clocks.
Resist 3 on Alice is just silly numbers at this point. But we're just gonna quest a way to get
14. I think we go to
2,
right or 13. 13.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah. So I mean, we are presenting Lorthal, but I think that Sasuke is also. Like it's not there yet, but I got a feeling that the
bodyguard into a Cogsworth as
sure. That is one mean cog. I don't think I've ever seen a Cogsworth with ward and resist 2. Like that's
it's just a wall. It's a big Ben at this point. It's actually a big Ben.
It's certainly like the same. It's basically the same as a Chenpo at this point, right?
It's even scary considering it's just ward. It's a warded Chenpo and just says deal with it.
Looks like we might not have found the Dime just yet, which is notable. Got a last cannons. I mean, this is still kind of working up, right? Because we're gonna draw another card. So you're still looking at already 5. This is 6 lore from Tamatoa.
We got the 6.
Yep, we
Maurice
workshop again. Looks like we're
Oh
going
my
streaking.
goodness.
We're going streaking.
Okay, this is definitely okay. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items.
Oh, it's not stopping, guys.
7.
We're not stopping.
7 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's 6. So it is 7. It's 7.
It's 7. So he's
3
at
on the
8.
bottom, 4 on the top. Yeah, this is just
That's
quest
8.
for 8.
Oh my god.
Quest for 5 more, and then quest for 2 more. Is that it? That's 10, or is that 8? It's not 18. No,
I don't think we got
what
there.
So it's quest for 9, 10, 11 plus 5. Or did we? I don't.
What's the lore math here? It's tough to. Okay, so
I don't
there
think that was
8
it,
on the
no?
Tamatoa, right?
9 because of the Tamatoa, right?
Right.
Oh, no, it was 7 plus 1, so that's 8.
It was 8 from the Tamatoa.
13, 8. Oh no, it's good. It's good. It is. It's
Okay.
good. It's because he goes to 13 and then 5 and then 2. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
He's had it.
okay.
He had it. We
Math
got
checks
it.
out. Counting to 20 gets really difficult when the lore pips aren't there, so you have to put imaginary lore pips. But I mean, gaining about 15 lore in one turn with 4 characters on board state is definitely something to be discussed for sure. It's totally normal and cool and super, super, super chill.
You sound really, really sure of yourself there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, listen. As a Churna dog lover, I'm welcoming all actions when it comes to this.
Okay.
Like, you had to do your thing. It's fine.
That's fair. I do think the Turner Dogs love Sapphire Steel in the metagame.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, this is totally fine. Do it. I'm letting people know that this is totally fine. Bring that in. Enjoy.
Fine.
It's fine. Just water is fine. Look what you did. 15 lore in one turn. That's crazy. I mean, it's totally alarming and like totally a big like, what are we doing in Lorcana State? But like selfishly, it's cool.
It's fine. I mean, that's what this deck does. This deck is basically like a control deck that's hiding as a combo deck. Yeah, it's one of those decks. I believe Luke talked about this earlier. Just this idea that you can kind of just be what you want to be. Right. If you got to be the aggressor, you can be the aggressor. If you got to be the control, you can be the control. If you got to like just put bodies in play and just like play to the board, we can do that. The deck kind of does it all. So
it does everything. It does everything so well.
It's a bit scary for sure.
It's because like I mean the big crab is scary, but like your other tools are insanely scary too. The new Tomato is insane. The Scrooge edition is crazy. The Bell absolutely shuts down most aggro decks in the format, and like the addition of Ariel in this deck is even like okay, I'm gonna even go faster if you don't have items or I have more items than you, which most cases they do.
The Ariel is like the awkward backup plan, but it's also like plan A against Ruby decks. So you're just like it's gonna work out probably in most games no matter what, because gaining 10 lore is still really good.
Like all your plan B's and C's could be your plan A in this deck.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
that's just the reality of it. And like they have answers for all sizes at this point, and it's tough.
It is tough. It's very true because like it's just one of those decks that it can really snowball, and we just saw it. He played what 5?
Yeah, he played 5. One.
And technically they all costed like 2. Because he drew off every single one of them.
But like drawing is not really a cost at that point. It's just it's like I'm paying 1 extra for my draw 1 card item.
Yeah.
Now don't mind if this popsicle said 2 cost draw 2. Like it's just it's insanity.
You'd still play that. So.
Yeah, it's a jumbo pop essentially, but actually good.
Yeah. True story.
It's
but it is nice here, right? Because Michael's going to get to go on the play, and we're going to see a very different game, I believe. It's going to now last game we didn't put a bell into turn 1 on what's on Sasuke's side. He inked the bell. He didn't need it. I don't know if we're going to see the same type of play on the draw.
Yeah, Bell is that perfect like defensive option here, like because going into a little bit deckless information here, the Kiwi is playing that 1-drop Captain Hook only as a character, so like Bell feels really strong in that position unless we just popsicle away. But other than that one drop is quite important, and Captain Hook is not going to do anything, so we're just going to play popsicle pass, and then Sasuke could just like start setting up with the Bell and just kind of play defensive and get ahead.
Yeah, it's just really quickly here. And then, like I said, we were talking about that. Let the Storm Rage on. Some decks we're seeing they have 1, they have 2, they have 4. So it's you have no idea on Michael's side. You did see one of them, right? Where oh man, like did he just have the one? You have to play that mind game too. Is Hook even the best card on the play, or should I just set up popsicle and put my own Bell in the play?
Right, and it's just Bell on Bell is just fine at that point. But Sasuke feels pretty good if that's how turn 1 ends, right? It's just like okay, we answered all things. If you turn that sideways, I'm just going to trade away and start ramping and go from there.
But it'll be interesting. I do think that Michael is going to be much more favored going first than going second. So we'll see if he's able to capitalize on
Gotta
that.
go fast.
We have yet to see, a break serve in this ICL round. So we're looking for that break serve moment here of like, all right, can I just get a win for my team? For Sasuke in general, he's like, can I just get one of these rounds for us? And Michael's looking to finish it out and hopefully not getting O2'd himself.
Perfect clean sweep almost. I mean, yeah, it will be not almost. It will be that perfect clean sweep. And
yeah, well, here Sasuke already got a game, so it's not perfect. It's not perfect.
I see Michael has the win in the board.
Then maybe he did get it. Okay, maybe we did miss that then. We thought we counted to 20. I don't know.
I believe that he might have been short.
Okay,
unless production put that wrong, but I gotta trust that production game.
Yeah, no, I never saw like the 20 hit anyone, so I guess maybe we were off by one. Maybe it's possible.
A one off means.
Huh. Okay. All right. That's great. Then he's living large. No, because he went first. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we were
right. It's just
I think Sasuke
the win logo is just off.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, he went first. Like, there's no way. Right?
I was like, but I see the win. So regardless, I think we were right. We okay. Never mind. Casting was completely right.
Chat.
Production did a little oopsie, and we were right. The casters were always right in the first place.
All right. We can count.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Ooh, the Benja. That's a
Benja
good.
in.
That's a good turn 3,
that's
right?
Tough.
We're pretty confident that Sasuke won game 1, but if you want to clarify with Judge, we'll take it, guys. We'll take it.
Tamatoa gained about Tamatoa gained about like 15.
Yeah,
like Tamato plus 4 characters gained 15 lore in that turn. There was like 7 items plus that.
No, Mike won. All right, we maybe we just need Judge confirmation. It's tough. It's tough to say because he went first, right? Like Mike went first in this game.
Yeah, we popped. I mean, we forced.
Yeah, I feel like I don't. All right, we need some confirmation probably. We'll see. But if Mike went first, I got to assume that Sasuke was the winner. All right, so we're getting it. We're figuring it out. Sasuke got exactly 20. Yeah. All right, cool. All right,
exactly
we're good. I can count.
We counted to 20. Casters did it. It's okay. We rocked the world.
That was good. I like that Benja. Honestly, the Storm Rejoin felt rough. Obviously, if we had Bell in play, we'd have felt way better about it. But taking the lore off the play, slowing Mike down here.
I mean, we're able to ramp. We saw the sales, so it's just like, okay, he's gonna, instead of being at like 6 around this time, he's gonna be a little bit higher. So we gotta slow it down. We got the Pete. The Benja really did damage there though, like blocking the Hiram play just absolutely kind of just said stop.
Yeah, even a Bell, right? Like even if he just drew the Bell that next turn, it's like, oh man, like I can't really put 3 into play and let him gain more lore. Like I got to take the turn off. So you don't know like really what damage the Benja did, but it certainly took the item off play. So there was not even the option for Hiram.
Yeah,
this is good. This is a good follow up because this Pete is probably trying to set up and sing something. So having Pete on Pete action is always mean, but that's sometimes the best answer to Pete
is Pete.
Pete
on Pete action is just what we've seen it so many times. I mean, Emerald Steel matchups last week we saw do the same thing. It's just the Pete is something to be very fearful of. And to answer Pete, like you said,
interesting to not quest the Calhoun there. Because it feels like if it like either option, right? Like if we quest with Calhoun, then he just takes out Calhoun, right? And then we still have a Stinger. So I actually like questing Calhoun just because I think it's either free or they take that, but either way, you still have 2 lore on the board.
You get the same, but I guess you just wanted to keep a Calhoun just to have an answer, I guess.
I guess if we have a Cogsworth here, or we on 5, so Cogsworth here changes the math, right? So like now the Calhoun just sticks around forever, and it sounds great.
Now Cogsworth does the cooking, gains the 2 lore. It does it all. It does it all with a resist 2 on a Calhoun makes it super super scary.
Yeah, and it's funny, right? Everyone sees Tamatoa here, and that's actually a great play, right? Because now I was just about to say, like, everyone sees Tamatoa and like, oh, this guy can only quest. Like, he's still a 4/5. He can still challenge.
Right.
Well,
but now it it doesn't feel so great.
It's not as great. Yeah. It's
now it's like, okay, you want to trade with my Pete and a Calhoun? Your go.
Popsicle one time. So yeah, that was actually a great storm. I think, you know, rather than even giving him the option of letting the card live, like, nope, I'm just gonna storm now, draw a card, figure out my next turn. I really like that turn actually a lot.
Stop whatever you're doing, unless you know you like you said popsicle heal, but like that's gonna feel awkward. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Force sphere. I thought we were gonna get it. I was like, oh, there it is.
Oh, maybe we did find it. We found it. We draw it. We heal it away.
Yeah.
We give it some healing powers through ice cream. Who doesn't want some ice cream?
It's true.
And now we can do some stuff. Now we can get rid of a problem. Add into some. You know, wow, we're just finding all of our items. That's lovely stuff.
It is. We just had them lined up. We're ready to roll it.
Oh man, this is
Looks
tough.
like we're okay. So we're inking a popsicle as well. We just had all of them.
We had all of them. Maybe we're gonna get some back eventually. If this, we're gonna just hard play that Zeus.
I guess it doesn't really matter. I just assume we're challenging. Yeah, so
challenging it away, and
this is interesting, right? Because this Cogsworth can challenge the Tamatoa now and just be alive.
Just survive.
And we're not, you know. He's questing.
We're just questing instead. Okay.
So the same can still be said. You know, we can run Cogsworth.
I believe it might be too late. I believe it might just be too late.
Oh.
He might have declared at that point, and it's just like you can't really do the take backsies. I believe the judges are making a decision right now. But I think after saying I'm declaring the challenge and then saying, oh, by the way, I'm going to question instead. A little mistimed. Like, hey, I can't.
Well, maybe we'll see Judge. I believe it's Judge Hector tonight. I think that's who our judge is tonight. Maybe we'll see him. Chime in chat. Let us know what happened.
I believe so. That's going to be the decision there. Because and now it's an awkward situation where it's like you kind of show the hand. So now, now Michael's I'm going to get rid of this crap one way or the other.
Judge Kevin tonight. So yeah, I mean, I think that challenging this Cogsworth into this Tamatoa is like free.
Yeah,
because like there's no rush, right? Like it's super. You
can't. He has ward. It's a free get out.
Yeah, I think that you're just like, I'm just gonna take your threat off the board, and I'm gonna live to tell the tale. And then on top of that, I'll just probably keep putting characters in play. Ooh, I wonder.
Oh,
okay. So we just keep it healthy. Okay.
I just say you can't touch my Cogsworth. And then
okay. This is why. Now we know why
we did it.
We got Doc action. All right, we're good.
Doc
we're good.
Into two. Okay, that's fantastic. That's
and we pick up a bell. Oh yeah, that was a great turn.
Bell. Wow. What a fruitful turn.
You know what I love empty out the hand about Doc. All right, I know what I love anything about Doc. When Doc has resist 1, that's so good.
What's better than a Doc? A Doc with resist.
Yeah, we had keywords on the Doc, and he's already insane. Now he's just like, deal with me.
It's basically a 1/4. Like,
yeah. This Hades cannot answer the Doc. I'm just saying, like, you know, like the Hades is like, oh, what do I do to this Doc? It's like, no, man, Doc just lives. Like this board is free.
And it's gonna gain ward as well, probably next turn.
I mean, eventually.
It's just.
Like what are we doing? Last cannon to your? We can't even last cannon. Oh, we can last cannon. Harry, sorry, I was thinking Imperial Bow. My bad. But you know, if we have the last cannon, obviously we last cannon, we're gonna get rid of Cogsworth, which solves a lot of our problems.
Right.
But you know, this is definitely one of those turns where you're like, man, if I don't have anything else, like this Doc just lives.
Yeah, and that's so frustrating because that one, like, it's just a pesky, sticky little, one Laura turn, and it's just so frustrating.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, we just use Hades. Obviously, we can't Hades the cards we want to. We would love to hit Alice. We would love to hit Cogsworth. Instead, we hit a Bell. You know, like that was a really upsetting Hades. Like, hey, I got your free Bell off the field. And then this is tough, right? We're on 11.
Yeah.
So it looks like, let's see, are we questing?
We're just gonna get to 2.
Yeah, so we just quest for 2, and we get to untap. What is this? This is 2, 4, 5, 6 lore, right? Like we get to just
17. Oh my
and we
god, we found all our cogs. I mean,
I think that this one's pretty much over here.
Yeah.
like this is 16, 17,
Mhm.
and you have it like awarded to like awarded character. That's you can't get through this board.
Yeah.
I would be. I mean, I feel pretty comfortable about it.
It feels like it might be kind of GG's here. As much as we can stack up these items, it's just not gonna get us.
If there was like if Clumsy was still in play, right? If Clumsy's claim was still in play, and we could set up the Wombo combo, I would be a believer. But
I think
we
it might
can't
be
do
a
that
little
this game.
too late.
Yeah.
I mean, that dime would have made the difference, right? That little
right.
exchange where if dime got into the play for free and just, oh man, that's tough. That's super tough.
This is what 4, and then plus another 5.
Like we would have at least gotten closer.
And we're only. I mean, I think we just gained 2 more ink, so I think we're on 10 ink.
We played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, I believe.
Yeah, I think there's 5 left. So yeah, this is just like a untapped quest away, and there it is.
That will
as expected.
Yeah,
the Kiwi deck on the play does Kiwi things.
Yeah. That cogs.
It was predetermined. It was predetermined that Michael won a game. That's all. It was.
No,
that's
not like this. The scandal is out. But we are going to game 3, which is lovely. I wish I saw that before when I got the traffic. But
it's okay. Listen. You should have no sold it. All right, you should have no sold it. It would have been fine. Okay,
that's true.
All right, you could have just rolled right in.
But like the thing is, no selling just doesn't work. I mean, we can't.
No, that's not
we can't,
true.
brother.
Not true.
You know, it's too late. It's a little.
All right, you can do it. It's fine. No, it's breezy. It's fine.
Okay, got it.
No, but it's okay. You could have come up with a better story, I guess. Like traffic. I mean, come on.
Do you want me to take pictures of the i4?
No, I don't. I want you to just be more creative next time. Bring in the creative flow. Bring in the juices.
You're right. I was.
There was a dragon on the i4. Yeah, man.
I was helping a old lady that was lost.
No, this is worse. I'd rather you be in traffic.
Dang it. Okay, never mind. It is what it is. But we're gonna go to game 3. I think you might have saw the feature that I think whoever goes first this game might just take.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, it's really powerful. But in this matchup specifically, I think mostly because Michael just this matchup is so tough to win going second. You have to be really blazing, early on and really threatening, and Sasuke has to just whiff. And I think that's really what it comes down to. So when you got a high roll and your opponent has the low roll, you're asking for a lot to. Not to say that it's not possible, right? It's certainly possible.
But Sapphire still just not one of those that super low rolls. Their low roll still doesn't feel the worst. I mean, it has the odds are higher than most decks. I mean, we saw that in the LC3, the Amber Steel curse of just not finding.
Yeah. No, Bivens isn't allowed to play Disney Lorcana.
He's just cursed, I think, and but Sapphire still doesn't necessarily do that because the cards you whiff aren't just cards you can't play
your bad turn. Your bad turn is still I'll just ramp on 2 and I'll just play a 4-drop on 3. Man, what a terrible game I'm playing.
As long as you can play a card, you're good, and you usually will find it.
Yeah, and 4/4s are great in this matchup. So if it's the worst thing that happens, you're like, oh man.
I played 2 popsicles in one turn.
Oh no!
What am I gonna do? It's just it is what it is, and we're gonna see Sasuke start us off with
a popsicle.
I mean,
it's just a guess. It's just a guess.
It might be the best guess.
I think technically Fortisphere is the better guess because that's the one you want to play to pop. So
let's see.
There we go. It's Fortisphere, right? Now, do we just? I don't. Again, I'm not sure if we really need Bell in this matchup, but I don't think it hurts. Unless you're starved for ink. If you're starved for ink, you don't put it in. But I think if you just want to establish it. And then really, obviously we don't know Michael's full deck, but we haven't really seen 1-drops, right? So he might just be if I just put Bell into play, I'll get some cheeky lore.
The Bagheera that never saw play.
But we did. We had it. We had it this time. Yeah, Bagheera, I mean, I don't know. That card, I mean, Protector, Bodyguard's still fine, right?
Bodyguard.
It's still fine.
You can, it's a better, if Pluto on a little bit, it's just a little ahead, but if it stays and you give it Ward, it's solid.
Yeah, I mean, listen, warded bodyguards are good. Warded bodyguards that grab your sword your opponent seem fine. They seem okay.
We're seeing 2 Pete's here.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's the end of the world. Like obviously the Kiwi decks have the actions and songs, but it's not like they're like that detrimental. I think to the game. Probably not what we wanted to see here. We didn't want to see Fortisphere here, is my guess.
Yeah.
Unless we have like follow up Popsicle 2. But I would have much rather have seen a Smee here. Like Smee would have felt pretty high.
Double items instead. That's tough because now you can't really go you can't go super fast now. You missed that turn too, where you missed, like you said, that Smee would have.
Yeah, I mean, obviously here, this now gives Sasuke the option. Like, oh, can I just hire him and draw? If we had Smee, we might not have been able to do that. We might have had to play the Scrooge, right? Like just to establish the body.
Yeah, we have to get rid of some stuff. But now we can slow it.
Slow down. Yeah,
slow down. Take their own pace rather than try to play like, oh my god, it's just gonna get ahead of me. Which Sapphire Steel has been kind of known to do that in early stages of the game, but now they have a little bit more option here.
Even Pete here, like this feels like a really really slow game, because this Pete, where are we going to sing anyway, right? Like this isn't a turn that we're going to sing. You're not threatening. Again, like if we had a Smee and we were maybe threatening a little bit more, then I would want to sing and stuff like that. But I think that like the Pete here on this turn is probably one of the weaker 3-drops that he could have had there. So this is it feels like we're just on the draw, kind of like not even going where we want to be, which is really difficult.
Yeah, and then we saw the pops. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we just have it. We just have it all. Like
we just have it. Oh, and then we see the bell.
We don't even want the cards. We don't even want the cards. Who cares about cards?
Who cares? Who needs them? I'm just going to establish a better board.
I'm a big fan of stats. All right, like we just put.
I like numbers.
We just put 3, 3, 4, 4. That's 7, 7 stats. All right, we feel good. We feel good.
Now Michael can't turn anything sideways, and that's terrible. That feels bad. And
I mean, I guess if we have Pluto, right? Like Pluto kind of enables, but what is that even really doing? Like, you know what the worst part about Pluto is?
I'm going to give a little spoilers here. There is no Pluto.
Okay, all right, fine. But the worst part about Pluto is that Hiram just survives.
Yeah, the 5 to 6 is tough. It just doesn't do anything. It feels rough. We're just gonna...
Looks like we do get double action here, though, which is nice. A nice slowdown turn. Get rid of the get rid of part of the stats, but that's still, like that's a lot.
Still, you got the item. It got a bell out. Scrooge did its thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you took two songs and you're still around, great. This bell can just pick up the Captain Hook, get rid of it. Yeah. I'm not even sure, in this position if I would even quested Hook. I think like having the number for strength would have been better. But this is it, right? This is again like we're only at 3. Sasuke is in no danger at all.
It's similar to game 1. It's just we couldn't get the race going early, and Sasuke is just slowly establishing a very scary board where it's just gonna get item piled and crabbed out.
Oh, and we get the strength also, so we get to take another character out. I'm not sure that it matters at all. Just hey, I let's be honest. If we have a choice, we're probably taking out Pete because how many times did Pete beat us in a game where you're like, I'm over this card.
It's personal with Pete. It's quite personal with Pete. Just, every time I see that hand, putting a hand on my face, I feel a little hurt.
Like Belle, Belle is still fresh, right? We all have our problems with her, but at least Pete's been beating us for a lot longer.
Yeah, if you have this option to get rid of one and the board that they're in, you're getting rid of the one that hurt you the most.
I agree.
We see 2 bells, and I think there's a little bit of a trauma extra as well from the repeat decks as well. It's just like
it really feels unfortunate to have to ink the mana to play the one because I would have loved next turn to just drop
2
a second
mana.
So that really feels unfortunate there. I wonder if we're a little starved on the ink choices.
Might be. We just might be. Even though we drew a few cards, we're just not seeing them. Does not feel great. And Sasuke is just starting to get spicy into Hades territory,
Hades
I believe.
Is my guess. Yeah.
Hades the bell? I mean, sure, right? Like, right? It feels good.
I mean, you don't have any other choices.
Which bell is the big question.
We can't Hades our own characters. I have learned that for sure.
It's like I'm just ramping, right? Can I not?
Yeah.
We're just gonna go ahead and get rid of both bells. Keep a manner with no.
Well, hold on. Hades should have put one of the bells in the inkwell, right? Okay. Yeah. We got it. We're good. Yeah. So what did Hiram quest or
Hiram quested? We got to
quested. Okay, we just got the one. All right. I would have. I honestly, math for me, I would have liked the challenge. The challenge into McDuck Manor means he could have cleared it next turn. Right. So I would have liked the challenge there for sure. Oh, okay. No, we just had all the manors.
We just had 3 manors. That's
my bad. We just had all the manors. But this is interesting, right? Okay, so this helps a little bit. It's like a really weird version of Protect the Manor, but I do wonder like how quickly we can just gain lore as Sasuke now. You know, that's kind of where I would be. Like this popsicle feels great. You know, we can just pop. We can heal our Tamatoa. We can quest. Maybe put a dime into play. Looks like we value cards more than
here.
Than
draw.
healing,
Draw into Zeus wouldn't feel terrible.
Yeah, I mean, strength is also good enough. Like
they'll do it as well.
But if we're
trying to find some songs potentially.
Yeah, to me, it's right now. It's like if we getting rid of 18 willpower for this deck at a locations is very difficult. So I would be looking to just like try and set up my own type of win condition.
Right.
And you can definitely do that because right now you can gain 5, and you know Calhoun can only get rid of 1 character. You know, so and for what it's worth, if we use this Fortisphere, we bodyguard up our Hiram. Well, guess what?
Say deal with it.
Or do we bodyguard up the Hades, if I'm being honest, because it can actually take
trade out.
Yeah, so like, but I'm just saying, like, if that's where this ends up, it's not going to end up there.
We're just in play. We're just playing Bell instead, though.
Yeah, but this is definitely setting up. Like, all right, listen, you can gain 4 or 5 lore. What are we going to do? I'm just going to go wide and gain lots of lore. Ooh, that feels tough.
Ooh.
So what do we have here? Is this just a second happy?
Just a second happy to bring back the items.
We get the quest and play for free too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
And you like if you just play the pop, now you might just pop it to heal it and then just say like deal with it.
Oh no.
I like free dimes. I'm a fan of free dimes.
I love free money, and free dimes is just the best.
Right. It doesn't matter. We just clear the Calhoun. None of it is relevant. But yeah, I mean, this is certainly saying like, I see your manners. I see the monopoly you got going on over there, but I got guys.
I'm gonna deal with it. You whether you like it or not, I'm gonna deal with it. I don't need to. Your manner just looks pretty on the outside. It looks great, but I'm doing my thing, and I'm just gonna win regardless.
And this is all right. So this is a notable turn here, right? Because if we do get to untap for Michael here, we're gonna gain 4 lore, go to 13. And then 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We are 1 lore off.
Not good.
So it's not Lorthal as far as I don't think there's any tricks there. Maybe there's a glean, right? Like that's always you know, we saw it.
Would be nice. But I don't think we are seeing any gleams.
I will say, I wonder if because we inked the Tamatoa last turn, if we just have another one. It doesn't look like we have the ink for it, though.
No.
I'm not sure if we've been keeping up with the actual counter or not. It does look like we're at 8 exactly.
Looks 8. And we're just gonna
pop in
quest,
fort, draw
look a little bit into what we got.
Interesting that he quested both already.
Sing,
right?
Okay. Yeah, that is definitely. We'll see. I guess there's no items. And we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the Smee here, which is nice headache gone.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like literally the safety net he needed probably.
Just in case something crazy happens, right?
Right, like just to like say like just in case you're crazy enough to play Glean, you know, like
yeah, and you just never want to see that. And we're at 1, 2, 4.
I mean, that would have been a way to steal it for sure.
We're at 8 plus the dime. We have Oracle now.
Yeah, we feel pretty comfortable.
You can't really deal with that's too many crabs.
And there's some more stats. Are we even?
The board state is getting a little messy here.
I thought we weren't even going to do the trigger. We're like, we're not even going to do it. It don't even matter.
It's going to go ahead and get a quill. I mean, why not?
I feel like Sasuke felt pretty comfortable in this turn because he quested very early on, like before even like doing some other stuff. And he's just like, I'm just going to play my popsicle by Force Sphere. I don't need any of these other cards. I'm going to win the game. Who cares?
Might be just one of those. I see game.
Yeah, like I just see red, right? Like I'm a turn sideways.
Get there.
And you're like, pass back. You're like, yeah, have fun. You know,
13, so close yet so far.
Yeah. And okay. We were actually all right. Glean wouldn't have done it. He was out. He didn't have any cards in his hand. So, we could have popsicled into the Glean. It could have happened.
Could have happened, but
didn't
no.
happen. I don't think it was ever going to happen. I don't think he's playing Gleam.
I like the believe. Oh, another Alice, just a little too late there. Instead of that Sing, that was an Alice.
Yeah, like honestly, if that turn 3 was not Pete and it was Alice, I think there's a real chance that Michael would have won this game.
And Sasuke comes up with the game 3 win here. Sapphire still goes first and wins it all. You predicted it. You were right. And
power of going first for sure.
Power of going first is good. Something. It's just it is what it is. And we have
back there. It's too tall.
How do we fix the inversion? Flip vertical. Haha.
We have friends. Hello, friends.
Oh, you got to flip me vertical. Hello.
Hello, how are you? I like seeing you guys upside down. You're just like your bats, you know?
in here. Sweet.
So welcome, guys. How are you guys doing? Fun game, fun set. I'd like to start with Michael, because it looked a little rough there for you in game 1. I felt like game 3 was closer. You were, if you didn't specify the answer, you would actually been one off. It seems I think you would have got to 19, so it would have been.
I had enough. Yeah.
But
yeah, it's.
How do you feel about Kiwi, this version, this Kiwi, and this matchup in general, specifically when you're on the draw? Like, is it mostly an uphill battle for you?
Yeah, on the draw, it's definitely tough. I'm more. I've past sets. I've played green purple, and this deck kind of felt very similar with green purple not being as viable this set, and it was just made sense to this was kind of the next a meta deck that kind of plays similarly. But yeah, on the draw, it can be tough where like Alice really struggles against that kind of thing, especially in the mirror when they can keep shooting the Smees and everything. That would have gained me a lot of lore.
Breezy.
Yeah.
Get in there,
I wanted to kind of get into the deck list choice. The shiny legendary from the new set, Bagheera. Unfortunately, we didn't see it do her.
No.
We saw a bunch in the Inkwell. It was
I cooked, but everything else just
every
not
time.
It.
Every time I mulliganed him, that guy got him back into the starting hand, and I was hoping to draw him much later, but I couldn't keep him away from the opening hand, and he was just couldn't stop it.
But
like whenever you have an Alice down, Bakir is really good then.
Yeah, the play would be because I was trying out Pluto's, but it was too many times where it was just I would play Pluto. I'd give him ward next turn, but then they'd run a 1 drop into him, and then the next thing they destroy him, and he'd serve no purpose.
Right.
So Bagheera was kind of a middle ground where it's kind of like it still gives me some removal, and against certain more challenge heavy decks, it was like you can challenge it to Bagheera, and then that not only does whoever challenges into it be banished, but everything else does as well. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately didn't shine as well. Yeah.
I'd love to see it, but go on the next one.
Yeah, so you guys don't know this, but all right, I wanna listen, me and Breezy, we're confident. Okay, we were confident. But it was a little bit confusing there for everybody. We had no idea who won game 1 for sure. Like me, Breezy and us, we were confident. Like, we did the math. We counted. We're like, no, he's at 20. He's at 20. But then there was a lot of conversation.
No, I had game on board, and it was like I had to go for the game that that turn, and it was like either he has the items to get to 20, or he doesn't, and it was kind of like and obviously you saw how it went, but that was kind of in a position where I just got to go for the game and see what happens.
Fair.
Unfortunately,
I did have the 20. I think I also had a way to interact with you with last cannon. So like the last cannon plus my Tamato would have taken out one of your cogs worth, which meant that my Pete could then take out your Alice, and then you would have been stuck with 4, and I would have had one more turn as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think so. I don't remember the exact lineup, but I think that was
Yeah.
But there was.
Everyone was like a little, and I was like, no, I counted the 20 like 3 times. I feel good about it.
We did the math many times, and it worked out. But it just worked out regardless.
That was literally on the last second.
Yeah. So Sasuke, in the pre-show, I heard that you are a Sapphire Steel specialist. So how are you feeling about set 7 and all the wonderful tools that you got for this wonderful deck?
I mean, honestly, I just started like really I kind of steel is probably my favorite color. So I just kind of like always like to tinker around with steel decks. Like I try red steel a lot, but ruby steel a lot, but there's just not enough in the tank for that kind of deck. So then blue steel kind of, was the next best thing. And then Tamatoa, Happy as the Clam came out, Bell came out, Scrooge came out, and I was like, wow, this deck is turbocharged.
You and everyone else said the same thing.
Oh, for sure.
Who knew those words that said free was a good idea, right? It's
nothing like a turn 1 3/3 that can sing removal.
Well, we're gonna see a lot of this in moving forward in the next 2-ish months. But gotta get it ready, pack our Sapphire Steel knowledge in, and get it moving. I mean, just it's good stuff. But Dan was correct, right? Just whoever went first essentially just got ahead all 3 games, and that was the story they match, I guess, in this scenario.
But hey, it must have been nice, right? Like Sasuke, you pick up. You guys didn't get swept. You got him. You got one for the team, right? With Lore 20 Pro, had to represent, had to get that win, which is nice. But you didn't go down swinging, Mike. But that, very notable. You got that extra point. In this tournament, all games matter. All games wins matter. So that extra point there still big for you guys going in the round 3.
For sure.
There you go.
Well, gents, that was an honor and a pleasure to cast a fantastic game. Thank you so much for putting a beautiful 3-game series for us, and we really appreciate it. Fantastic, and can't wait to see what happens.
Of course, we got to let them tell. We got to let them give their
right. I was building up there. All right.
I was worried that you were just picking them out. I thought you were just throwing them out the door.
Before we let you off to the moonlight, because there's no sunshine where we are. Where can people find you? Do some shout outs. Where can people find you? What are we up to? What's happening in the social medias out there?
Do you want to go first?
Mine's very short. I'm not really on social media very much. I'm like in terms of everything. I mean, in terms of shout outs and a shout out to my team. It's this is kind of my first real TCG and having them hit. And then and having them here was
everyone's vibing. Love it.
And like being able to someone who can you have a group of people who can support, and like I said, it's my first competitive card game. Like I've played games before, but like this is like the first time where it's like having a group that really just strengthens you and makes you stronger at the game, and it's something special.
Love it.
Amazing.
Love it. Sasuke? Oh no. What happened? No.
Oh no.
We're back. We're good. We're good. We figured it out. Okay. Now you can say your piece.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to 20LorePro, obviously. Shout out to Sir Ashton, Jeebus, and shout out to the whole ICL league and everyone who's been putting this on. You guys do an amazing job, and yeah, if you guys want to tune into my random streams of Ashes of Creation or Lorcana, you can find me on Twitch, SoftKTV.
Yeah, love it. Love it. Well, thank you guys so much tonight. Wonderful game, wonderful set. Some big wombo combo finishes, which is always nice. I'm a Sapphire Steel enjoyer. I think the deck is so fun. I think it's for so long we've said that Amber Steel is like the epitome of Disney Lorcana and all the free stuff that it does. Sapphire Steel is doing it in its own way now. It's its own little creative thing. I really vibe with it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Fantastic stuff.
Thank you.
We're moving.
We are. Can you believe it?
Can you
believe it?
We are done.
Can you honestly believe it? That
I believe.
Round 2.
Done.
That's it. That's all she wrote. Illuminati, Lore 20. Close the show. And here we are moving into round 3. It's been so much fun, right? The ICL has been really nice. Now we're getting it 3 times a week. The grind is real. Shout out to everybody here, Katie, JDZ, Wonder, the judges, the Speedy, right? All the behind the scenes stuff that you guys don't even see. There's a lot of work going into this, and it's really just to give people something to watch. and something to enjoy. Lorcana, listen, we don't have DLCs. We don't know when Worlds is. We don't know we don't know the next point. But what we know for sure is that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we have the ICL, and that's awesome.
You better be watching with just getting your whether you're gold fishing some decks, whether you're just hanging out, you just doing some prep for whatever event. It's there for you. So the background work, people are rocking, absolute rock stars in the background, just doing the most work and constantly killing. And it's just an honor and a pleasure to just be able to yap. And it's also an honor to yap with you, my friend. It's just a beautiful face, beautiful brain.
Fun. So what are we doing here, by the way? It's a Wednesday night. We're not supposed to be on Wednesday nights. We're Thursday nights.
We're Thursday. On? Yeah, we're Thursday nights, and it is what it is. But they got us in here, and we just got to yap away, and we had to we were able to watch some fantastic games and finish up round 2. And as a TFM owner,
I wonder if there's any possibility that we could see the bracket and see what we might be looking at and how the round 2 rounded up. I think that'd be a nice way to close out round 2. Give everyone a look at how everyone did this round. I will say I wasn't here Monday night. The team was there. I got to give a shout out to Freedom, right? Freedom Game came out. They came out to play. They picked up the win. It was a beautiful set. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of fun. Those guys are awesome. Honestly, it was funny in between the matches. Sisu was with us in round 1 in our Discord, hanging out, watching round 1. He goes, gets the draw with Ben, comes back. We watch round 3. It's amazing. A lot of fun, a lot of sportsmanship. I gotta love those guys. I can't wait to see some of them this weekend. Shout out to Southside Gaming. I'm gonna be there. The whole Forbidden Mountain. We got 9 players going down to SSG this weekend.
Whole crew.
All staying in one Airbnb. It's going to be such a great time. I love nothing more than going and spending those weekends with the team. So I'm super excited for this weekend. I can't wait.
I love it. Even though we may not have the DLCs to do that, we got these amazing events running by amazing people to bring those people together. I mean, it's just one of the reasons why these events are so cool to see, Southside Game pull off the Charlie Showcase, same thing. It's just all these
world-class cards last weekend, put it on 2 5Ks, 100+ players. Yeah. It's been great. It's funny because we don't have anything official, but I mean, they've been picking up the slack, and we love it.
I'm really excited to see you this weekend. Then I
heard.
I'll be there. I'm gonna be there for the Saturday. Just gonna be really tired, but I'm gonna be there. I saw the Cusco mat, and I'm just like, I have to be present.
You're like, I have to at least touch it, right?
I have to. Yeah, they're gonna let me at least touch it. I believe is what I was told.
No one told me. Can I just take a picture next to it?
I'm just gonna hold it. I'm gonna do the hover hand, and we're just gonna take a picture. But I'll see you there. I'll see a lot of people hopefully, and it'll be fantastic stuff.
We got the bracket. It looks like my camera might have froze. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, it's not the best pause. I won't lie.
It's not. It's not. Whoop, whoop. We'll try it. We'll see if we fix it. Oh, we didn't fix it. All right, it's fine. It's fine.
Brackets.
What do we got?
I can't necessarily see it through the video ninja because it is blurry.
This is which side of the bracket is this? This is our side of the bracket.
Who's there? I believe
we got Freedom Gaming currently in first, and they have the 2-0 record. Tianhu TCG are also in second. They are also the 2-0 record, but Freedom Gaming has the tiebreaker. I believe the tiebreaker is the game win. So, they have that extra game win. They are stuck on 7 game wins over the 6 game wins for Tianhu. And then you got Ohana, you got Sebersten, you got Select Flu, Maelstrom, the Forbidden Mountain, NSLTC all at 1-1, and then Love to Lore and the Portal down at 0-2. So that is the one side of the bracket. That's our first side. But what do you got here, right? Going in the round, there's a lot of 1-1s. There's a lot to be done.
The playoff spot is wide open. I mean, the 2-0 stuff feels a little nice, but we're gonna see the Freedom versus Tianhu show up as that to probably get an amazing start into the series there with the 2-0 situation to kind of see who kind of clinches almost a position there. But that 1-1s are a lot, so. Every single game counts. Every single game is gonna matter in this situation. So if you're trying to win, you better try to win that 3-0. Get as many sweeps as possible to inch yourself a little bit closer into the playoff position there.
And then our other side of the bracket here, we have 3 2-0s on this side of the bracket. We got Enter the Battlefield, Villain Club, and Ink Thieves all sitting at the 2-0 record, but we got just the inch above is Enter the Battlefield because they have that 7th game win, which again, games matter. It's important. Every single point counts. Then you got Backseat Genius, you got Luxury, Ink Knights, The Illuminati did pick up a 1-1, right? They started at 1, they bounced back, they get in there. And then we have Sunflower Illumineers, Lorcana Loungers, and 20LorePro all sitting down there with the O2s. So they got a lot of work to be done. I think the cool thing about this is that, we got 2 more rounds left. And really what it is, it's not about necessarily the 2 O's. It's about getting as many game wins as possible. So if you can go and you can sweep and you get 6 games, that's a big deal. Like you got to get those 6 games and keep your other opponents down in the bracket. You got to take the games away because at this point, every game is kind of a 2-point game,
Right.
So that's where the stats are really going to matter as we're coming into the final rounds.
It's gonna be really interesting, especially this round. Going to see some tight matchups. I'm really excited to see it, and the TFM bounce back. I'm looking for it. I'm looking forward to the TFM bounce back. It's got to happen, right?
I mean, listen, you can't win them all, right? Every round,
Right.
Freedom's a great team. We're here. We're here to play. We'll see what's going on.
I am really looking forward to round 3. We will start it off, I believe, next Monday when you're taking the Friday off, vibing, chilling, as we bounce back into a new week, new round, and go from there. And before we do sit you off, Mr. Dan, Mr. TFM Dan, where can people find you? What are you up to? I mean, if you're here, you've probably seen that beautiful face in most Lorcana internet spaces, but what are you up to other than being in the SSG this weekend?
I am very excited to be at SSG this weekend. Shout out to Southside Gaming. They're going to be streaming all weekend. Make sure you check it out. They got the wonderful Illuminati Gabe. They got Skinner. They got Liam. It's going to be a great show. You're going to be there. I'm going to be there. It's a sold out show. They got 150 plus players coming. I'm super excited. But in any world that you don't know me, I am TFM Dan from the Forbidden Mountain. You can find me anywhere, TFM Lorcana. Thank you guys so much for having me again. I love it. I love being here. I love kind of just embracing it. Breezy, this is our first time casting together. We had a blast. It was so much fun, right? And the one thing I love doing more than anything, though. Yeah, I know. The camera is frozen. It sucks. But the one thing that I love more than anything is hitting the raid button on Twitch, because when I don't have to do it and someone remembers to do it, it's great, because I always forget to do it. But the wizard is a professional. And before we get around, we got to say one last round of thank yous, right? Thank you to the production here all night. Thank you to our judging staff. Thank you to the players. They spend their Wednesday night with us. It looked like Illuminati was all in the same house. Hanging out. They were vibing, right? So super great to see a good show. But we're going to be heading over to the wonderful, and I do mean that, I love her to death. She is Katie, the Lore Keeper's in, and she has a new show starting tonight. And you're going to be on it, right?
I'm going to be on there. I'm scared. The thing is, you might get exposed, but that's okay. We're gonna send everyone over there. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do some fun games and see who has the best skills when it comes to maybe doing fun little activities.
The Scorekeepers In is the name of the show, and
Win.
Scorekeepers Win. My bad. The Scorekeepers Win. I'm sorry, Katie, and to all your Poglet fans out there. But we're gonna go check out. We're gonna hang out with Katie. I'm gonna be in chat. I'm gonna be watching. So thank you guys so much again for a wonderful show, and definitely go and check out the Lore Keepers In tonight.
Perfect.
For what? Love you guys. I'm waving.
You're the
you
best.
Can't see me.
Now I gotta go into this room. I gotta close this room because I'm gonna see myself twice, and that's gonna get messy. So bye.